So why is Allah saying to him the following ayah? Stay away, Ya Muhammad, from idols.
You're supposed to be a follower of Jesus, and you're using words like that.
Well,
And
it's
you
not my
expect
words.
people to believe this
It's not my words. It's the words of Allah. Are you embarrassed of Allah? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. This is the moment that you all have been waiting for. We are live. You're listening to the live broadcast of your friendly neighbor, Stream Doctor, and Christian apologist. The warrior for Christ. And enemy of Allah and his messenger. This is your favorite YouTuber. Now, speaking from cave, Hira. Rob Christian. Please fasten your seatbelts. Houston, we are ready for takeoff. We are back, baby. We are live, baby. Let's go. Hello, everybody. God bless you. Nice to see you. All right, guys. For the people who do not know, welcome. Me and my family, at the moment, we have COVID. We have coronavirus. But I'm bored. I was like, hey, this won't hold me back to go live anyway. This will not stop me. Right? So, but I want to ask you to keep me and my family in your prayers, guys. It's not really easy. You know how difficult COVID can be. So I want you to pray for us, pray for my family. Also keep our beloved admins in your prayers who are always doing an amazing job. We have Chloe Waked, Dragon Deniers, Epi Frenzai. I'm not sure if there are more admins at the moment with us. I think I saw Phil Herrera before. Cherokee Gypsy, welcome. Another admin, new admin, by the way, for the people who do not know. Welcome to the admin team. God bless you. So yeah, guys, please keep us in your prayers. I was really bored, when you are in a lockdown, So I'm trying to read a lot of books, but it is what it is. I think the COVID virus will enter all of the houses eventually, so we have to deal with it, right? Hello, also to our regulars and new subscribers, RJ, Albanian Prince, a regular viewer, I think, a regular audience member, Anandai, sorry if I'm butchering your name, welcome. Jade, Maiko, Christian Prince fan channel, welcome. Navides Al-Farisi, FO, Joseph Smith, welcome. Robert Kokani, AK Sniper, P-Pie, welcome. There are many people in the live chat, guys. Thank you for being here. Please invite as many people as you can. For the people who not know, we are shadow banned. Many people don't receive notifications when we go live, so we need your help to share the link on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, etc., etc. We need your help, guys. Come on. Hello, Mert Carmen. Nice to see you. God bless you. Jao Karimo, Freddie James, all the people who just joined, welcome. We just started. We are live. You heard it correctly. We are live. You know, guys, maybe you are hearing my voice. My voice is not what it seems to be, right? I can't talk too loud. I want to try to talk about this important event in the life of the early Muslims, the early Sahaba. I think this is a very interesting topic. Let me first switch screens. All right. For the people who do not know or maybe are new to our YouTube channel, my name is Rob Christian. I'm a Christian apologist / polemicist, and I am one of the enemies of Allah and His Rasul, His messenger Muhammad, the most obvious fake prophet in the history of all the prophets. Today's topic, guys, is very interesting. We're going to talk about the murder, the killing, the death of the Caliph, the third Caliph of the Islamic Ummah, Uthman ibn Affan. And I'm going to take you with me on this journey. And this is the first time I think that I've done such a live show because this is like basically a small documentary that I'm going to talk about. Many Muslims don't want to bring up the things that we are going to bring up today. They rather not talk about it. So before we actually start, guys, before we go into details, I want to ask you to pray with me. Pray with me. And let us ask our Creator, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, our living God, to bless the live stream and the people who are watching, including the Muslims, because we do not hate any Muslim. We actually love them. This is why we are doing what we do. So pray with me in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. باسم الآب والابن والروح القدس إله واحد, one God. In the Aramaic we say Shemavu wabru ruhu qadisho hadalo shariro. Amin. Lord, thank you for allowing me to do another live stream again. Please bless this live stream, O Lord. And thank you for another new year. This very new year, 2022. Please bless the live stream and everybody who is here now listening and watching to our live stream. Also, God over my family, O Lord. Keep my wife and baby boy healthy and safe. Lord, allow us to recover soon from COVID. My family, my wife, my baby boy, and myself, and all the Christians who suffer from this disease or any disease, O Lord. Please protect and bless all our friends, our families in Christ. On this planet who are, for example, persecuted in your holy name, O Christ. You told us that we might be persecuted in your holy name because we are your followers, O Christ. We are Christians. Please protect our Christian brothers and sisters in countries like Pakistan, also in countries like Afghanistan, Indonesia, Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Malaysia, and all of the rest of the countries which I did not mention, O Lord. Please, Lord God, over them. Lord Christ, I beg you, I ask you to cleanse us with your holy blood and fill us with your Holy Spirit. Please shine your holy light on all of us, O Christ, including the Muslims who might be in need, who might be here to learn, especially those truth seekers out there, not the trolls, O Lord. Please, O Lord Christ, open their eyes so also they can be saved as we are saved through your holy blood, O Christ, your name above all names. Lord Jesus Christ, fill me with your Holy Spirit and loosen my tongue today and guide me so I can speak the truth, nothing but the truth, without any error or any shame. Lord, give me the breath of life in my lungs. Please loosen my tongue. Give me speed recovery, O Lord, and give us also wisdom and courage to continue doing what must be done. In your holy name, O Christ, we pray. Amen. Amen. Welcome everybody. God bless you. Nice to see you. We are live, speaking from Cave Hira. Hira. We are live. Guys, my voice is really bad today. For the people who maybe just joined. I have COVID. My family has COVID. We are in a lockdown, a huge lockdown. We cannot go anywhere. I miss my family. We can't go to our families. We can't see our mothers, our fathers. So please keep us in your prayers. Please pray for me and my family to recover very soon. We have COVID, the COVID virus in our body. I tested yesterday and I tested positive. So I have to stay for at least 11 days at home. So keep us in your prayers, guys. Don't underestimate the powers of prayers, please. All right. Let us actually start. Let me switch the screens. All right. Today's topic is the killing, the murder, the death of the third Caliph, Uthman ibn Affan. I think this is a very interesting topic, and I don't think I ever done such a live show before. This is like a documentary, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do more of such videos. So this live show will be the first live show or the first video of series of videos which I might introduce about major incidents in the early Islam, in the early lives of the Sahaba and the Tabi'een, which are the successors of the companions of Muhammad. Lord willing, I will introduce more videos and live shows in the future regarding early but damaging events of Islam, which we can find in the Muslim sources. Again, peace of Christ to all of you. I'm happy to see you and meet you again on this live show. And like I said, in this video, we will shed some light on an interesting but very disturbing and damaging event in the history of one of the caliphs in early Islam in the 7th century. Like I said, the killing, the murder of Caliph Uthman ibn Affan, which is the third caliph. So let me take you on this journey with me. I hope everybody is ready. Guys, this is a very academic live show. I'm not sure if I'm going to open Skype. If a Muslim will continue asking me to call in, sure. If we have a Muslim admins, I'm not going to open Skype, only if we have a trustful is a big word. If there's a Muslim who really wants to debate me, sure, you can call us. But admins, I want you to keep an eye and please highlight my name. You know how my name can be highlighted. You put an @ and then Rob Christian, and I will see my name in orange on the right in the live chat. And maybe we can open Skype. So if you're a troll, just don't even try. Don't even try. All right. So if there is a serious Muslim who wants to have a serious, respectful debate, sure, why not? All right. But I rather not open Skype until I'm done with this documentary. Basically, today's live show is a different kind of live show. It's more like of a documentary. So everybody must really be focused, else you will have no idea what we are going to talk about today. And we're going to take a huge deep dive like Yasser Qadi.
When you do a deep dive,
I'm a scuba diver.
when you do a deep dive,
I'm a scuba diver.
things get very, very awkward and difficult.
So we will follow the advice of Dr. Yasser Qadi, and we're going together to take a huge deep dive. We're going to take you on a journey, and we're going to talk about a very, very important historical event in early Islam, the murder of Uthman ibn Affan. Guys, are you ready? Give me a 1. I hope the sound is perfect. I hope my sound is loud and clear. Give me a 1. And please stay focused. Don't allow anyone to distract you. We have admins who will deal with trolls or spammers. Please don't allow yourself to get distracted. Don't address any Muslim. We have admins for that. Okay, we have admins for that. Please, if you love me, if you love what we do, if you respect our YouTube channel, please stay focused at all time. And I I ask you to invite and share the link on social media. Invite as many people as you can, because I'm shadow banned. I need your help, guys. Come on, Christians, I need your help. I'm shadow banned by YouTube. Please spread the link to today's live show or any live show from now on social media. Please, I need your help. Please help your brother out. Okay? All right. Again, the topic, the live show is about the assassination, the murder, the killing of Uthman ibn Affan. We're going to talk about his murder, his death at the hands of Muslims. Uthman, who is also, like I said earlier, the third caliph of the rightly guided caliphs. In the Arabic we say الثالث, the third, الثالث من الخلفاء الراشدين. الثالث من الخلفاء الراشدين. Right? He's the third of the four rightly guided caliphs. And you see here the names, guys, on the right, as you see. You see here the names on the right in Arabic of people like Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman ibn Affan, and Ali ibn Abi Talib. Right? Abu Bakr, the father of Aisha. Umar, Ali, and like I said, Uthman ibn Affan. Those are called the four rightly guided caliphs. And remember, Muhammad said the first generation of Muslims are the best Muslims, right? The best Muslims. And we'll see how Muslims, the early Muslims, used to kill each other left and right. And Muhammad called them the best of Muslims, right? Imagine, guys, Muhammad dies and Muslims, right? Muslims start to kill each other, to become apostate and kill each other left and right. And Muhammad called them the best generation of the Ummah of Islam. The irony, all right? The irony. The four rightly guided caliphs, that's what they call them, ruled the Islamic Ummah for 30 years. How many years? 30 years. 3 decades they ruled the Islamic world. Abu Bakr ruled for 2 years. Umar ruled for 10 years. The third caliph, the main guy of today's live show, Uthman ibn Affan, ruled for 12 years. And finally, the last caliph, Ali, the cousin of Muhammad, ruled for 6 years. Right? And most of the caliphs here that you see here were either poisoned or killed by other Muslims. Imagine, guys, the first four rightly guided caliphs got butchered at Muslim hands. And Muslims will tell, no, those are enemies of Islam. But we know these are Muslims who killed the caliphs, the first caliphs, right? Damaging, highly damaging. Imagine, guys, if, let's say, the apostles of Jesus Christ would have murdered each other left and right. Or what about the first or the second generation of Christians? But in Islam, that truly happened. In just 2 battles, guys, in 2 main battles, Muslims, more than 100,000 Muslims, around, let us be politically correct, around 100,000 Muslims died. Sahaba and the Tabi'een, the successors of the Sahaba, killed each other left and right, butchering each other. And around 100,000 Muslims died in only 2 battles, guys. Imagine, among themselves, they used to kill each other. Damaging. All right. Now, guys, as you see here, this is the Rashidun Caliphate, the first 4 caliphs who ruled. Like I said, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman ibn Affan, and Ali ibn Abi Talib. This green area, that's what they conquered basically in the first 4 caliphates, right? And you know, the Rashidun Caliphate. It's basically one caliphate. They call it the Rashidun Caliphate. But during the rule of these 4 first caliphs, right? This green area, right? You see, you guys, this is what they call the Hijaz, right? The Hijaz. Here is Mecca, let's say Medina, Mecca here under. So, and countries, they conquered countries like Iraq and, Syria, nowadays Syria, Turkey, a large part of East Turkey, nowadays Turkey, and also a lot of countries here in East Asia. Also, they also even went as far as Egypt. They attacked Egypt, they looted and raped their way through the centuries. Disgusting evil cult, and what can we expect, right? What can we expect? Let us now go actually in very difficult, very academic details, and I love to call them very disturbing details. Guys, Uthman ibn Affan, most of you who will know him as the Uthman who gave the order to Zayd ibn Thabit to collect the Quran. And you will also know him by his action, the burning of the original Quranic manuscripts. That was Uthman ibn Affan who burned 6 out of the 7 ahrufs. And when he gave the order to Zayd ibn Thabit with 3 others to collect the Quran and ask to go to Hafsa and take that copy that was basically created in the time of Abu Bakr, to rewrite it then, to rewrite it in the Qurayshi dialect, which should be the Hijazi dialect. But today's Quran, the number one popular reading, guys, as we know, is the Hafs reading, which is not Uthmanic, which is not in the correct Hijazi script. It's in the Kufic script, which is a wrong script. So where is the original complete 7th century Uthmanic copy of the Quran? Allahu Alam. We know it's lost because it's not out there. We don't find it. We don't know where it is. But the story goes like this. Uthman, after Zayd ibn Thabit completing his job, creating a new perfect copy, as if the Quran was never perfect. So after creating this new perfect copy, Uthman ordered the 5 new copies, they created 5 new copies, to be sent to 5 different regions. Regions like Damascus and Basra, for example. Where are those copies? Like I said, where are those copies? That's the $1 million question. Where are they? Muslims? Can you show us just one copy which is preserved? No, you cannot. Is the Sana'a manuscript Uthmanic? Is it complete? Is it 7th century? No, it's not. Is the Topkapi manuscript in Istanbul, nowadays Turkey, is it Uthmanic? Is it from the 7th century? Is it complete? No, it's not. What about the Samarkand manuscript in Uzbekistan? The Samarkand manuscript in Uzbekistan, in the country of Uzbekistan, is that 7th century Uthmanic and complete? No, it's not. What about the Birmingham manuscript that was found recently in Birmingham in the UK? What about that one? No, it's only 2 pages. It's certainly not Uthmanic. It's not complete. It's only 2 pages, basically 2 volumes, right? Volumes, that's what they call it. And if you look closely at the text, it contains dotting. So when they carbon dated those 2 pages, basically, the Birmingham manuscript, which they found in Birmingham in UK, the animal skin, or what you want to call it, the where it's written on, right? It could have dated Muhammad himself, right? The animal skin was even before Muhammad. So, you need to remember the papers. Okay, let's say if it's created from animal skin, used to be really expensive. So they used to keep blank mushafs just in case if they want to write the Quran on it, or important documents. But if you look closely to the text, it has dotting. But dotting, as we know, was introduced much later, and let's say in the time of Abu ad-Duwali and the vowelization, right? Putting the vowels in the text by Ibn Yusuf al-Hajjaj, right? Al-Hajjaj. Ibn Yusuf al-Hajjaj. So, very damaging. Today's Quran is not the Quran of Uthman, certainly. Exactly, Epiphanzai. Muslims keep boasting about the Birmingham manuscript. They keep boasting about the Birmingham manuscript, but it's not complete. It's only what? 2 pages. It's not even, it's hardly called a manuscript. Manuscript of 2 pages? Since when is the Quran only 2 pages? And like I said, let's say the paper, the animal skin, whatever it's written on, it could have dated Muhammad himself, right? That's what they discovered when they did carbon dating. But like I said, paper or animal skin was really, really expensive in those days. So they used to keep blank mushafs, animal skin or paper, as basically, if you are rich, you have access to those blank documents. So you maybe 15 years later, you can still use it to write stuff on it. And they used to even wipe out the text and rewrite the papers or animal skin. But the dotting in the text proved to us that it's a much later text. Whenever you see dotting in the text, it came after the 7th century. Guys, take notes for the love of God. When you see dotting in the Arabic text, it means it's written much later. So the Birmingham manuscript came much later after Uthman, after the 7th century. All right. Let us continue, guys. Let us continue. Like I said, guys, in this video, we'll go through some Muslim sources which will shed light on the incident which many Muslim scholars have to hide or lie about. Some of these scholars, guys, who want to paint this incident, the killing of Uthman, as if it was paradise on earth. Imagine, guys, it's a killing, it's a murder of one of the first caliphs, the 3rd caliph, Uthman ibn Affan. Yet they want to paint it to their Muslim audience as if it was basically an event, a paradise on earth. Imagine. But again, what can we expect from these Muslim scholars or this evil man-made cult that, was created by Muhammad? And when Muhammad died, like I said, Muslims started to kill each other left and right. Only for power and, This evil cult, which is built on lies, taqiyya and deception, makr of Allah, of the most obvious fake prophet in history, Muhammad himself. The murder of Uthman, guys, the murder of Uthman happened at the hands of the Sahaba, Rudwan Allahi alayhim, or as Muslims here in the West will say, may Allah be pleased with the Sahaba. These murderers, these evil killers, these savages, these thugs, killers and murderers, they love to say about them, may Allah be pleased with them. May Allah be pleased with them. While they are nothing but murderers, killers, thugs. Anyway, what can we expect? These Sahaba, these companions of Muhammad, and their successors, the Tabi'een. Like I mentioned earlier, in the battle of the camel that was involved between, let's say, Aisha and Ali, and the battle of Safin, which led the death of 100,000 Muslims. And guys, this is the first generation of Muslims. Imagine, Muhammad called them the best generation of the Ummah. Imagine the first generation of Muslims butchering one another left and right immediately after the death of Muhammad. Imagine if these were the apostles of Christ. What would the Muslims have said to us, guys? If, let's say, Paul went on murdering, God forbid, went on murdering the other apostles like Peter, or Peter murdering Matthew, Matthew murdering, and so on. God forbid. But for Muslims, it was like they are describing it as if it's the paradise on earth. How beautiful the first generation of the Muslim Ummah were, guys. These are the blessed Sahaba, radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with them. رضوان الله عليهم. Right? May Allah be pleased on these murderers, thieves, killers, these thugs. Well, these sa'alik. Really? Well, it's your janazah, it's your funeral, ya Muslimin. So let us see what we can find in the Muslim sources, guys, about the killing of Uthman, about Uthman's killing. If we go, guys, if we go to As-Suyuti's book, in the book of Jalaluddin As-Suyuti, in Tarikh al-Khulafa, on page 125, on page in the Arabic book, guys, unfortunately I don't have the English for you, but that's the reference in Jalaluddin As-Suyuti's book in Tarikh al-Khulafa, the history of the Caliphs. On page 125 we read that in the Islamic year 646, Uthman removed Sa'd ibn Abi al-Waqqas as ruler in Kufa. So he removed him when Uthman, guys, what is going on? When Uthman became the third caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate, right? The fourth rightly guided caliphs. When he became the third, when he took the power, right? When he became the caliph, let's say, he appointed instead in the place of Sa'd ibn Abi al-Waqqas as ruler in Kufa, nowadays Iraq, he appointed someone else. Instead, he appointed Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt. So he appointed someone else as governor of Kufa, and who was a Sahabi, and who? A brother of Uthman. So guys, what was Uthman doing? Uthman, actually, if we study carefully the life of Uthman and what kind of choices he made, guys, I want you to be really focused, because this is very highly academic, okay? Highly academic, but it's very interesting. Maybe also Muslims will learn, because nobody else is doing what I do, right? Nobody did such a documentary as a Christian as I did here in the English section of YouTube. So guys, if you're interested about what happened regarding the death and who was involved and so on, regarding the death of Uthman ibn Affan, the third caliph, then you are in the correct place. You are on the right YouTube channel. And I'm not trying to brag, guys, but we have to do this. We have to do the homework that Muslims don't do. So Uthman placed Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt as governor of Kufa, which is nowadays Iraq, who was a Sahabi, but also the brother of Uthman from his mother's side. Uthman, when he used to do choices or take such choices, he would place his own family in very important positions. So he made very, very difficult but stupid and foolish choices. Not very political choices. Imagine, guys, if he is the third caliph, instead of appointing others to take important positions like a governor of a very huge city of its time, Kufa, very important city. And remember, the number one popular reading of the Quran, which they call qira'ah, of Hafs, comes from Kufa. So imagine how important Kufa was back in the 7th century. So Uthman was really bad as a politician. Right? Very, very bad, very non-strategic. He made really poor choices. And you'll see why. It actually was one of the cause of him getting killed. Right? One of the causes, because of that, and because burning the Quran, it got him killed in the end. Muslims killed Uthman because of his poor choices, right? Poor political choices. Many people, guys, were disgusted by the decisions of Uthman by placing his own family members to rule important positions. regions, right, and cities. Why would you do that? Why would you put your family in front of others? Because you want your family to rule everything. It's nothing but power. Of course, you're going to put your family first. But when you're going to do that, people will get disgusted eventually, and they will take measures in their own hands. And that's what happened to Uthman. They killed him for it. And remember, even when he gave the order, guys, when he gave the order to Zayd ibn Thabit and others, those were his own family members who collected the Quran. Let's say from bones, wood. The original manuscripts used to be written on wood, right? The Quran used to be written on wood, on bones of animals, on, like I said, on animal skin, even on stones. And he pointed Zayd ibn Thabit, who is his own family member, and the other three, they were all family members of Uthman. Imagine, why didn't Uthman ibn Affan go to the four people, and I'm sure if Phil Herrera is here, he can give us the link. The four people who Muhammad said to go to, very important Sahaba, like Ubay ibn Ka'b and Ibn Mas'ud, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. Why didn't you go to them when you wanted to recollect all these manuscripts and make a perfect copy for the second time? Because remember, Abu Bakr started it, and then Uthman finished the job. And after that, burning original Quranic manuscripts. Why would you do that? And guys, also because of this, it got him killed. Many people got disgusted. Ibn Mas'ud didn't want to hand his own copy, his own mushaf, to Uthman ibn Affan. Keep it in a family, exactly. Uthman made really some poor political decisions, guys. Always placing his family in front in very important positions or regions and cities, right? Taking governor places, putting his own family. It is said, guys, again, it is said that this same Al-Walid used to lead Muslims in prayer and say, as in a drunk state, guys, this Walid that Uthman pointed as governor, this Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt, he used to pray and lead the Muslim prayer while being in a drunk state. And you know what he said? He used to say to the Muslims who were there to pray with him, Azidukum, meaning, shall I pour you more wine? Azidukum, ya Muslimin. So the guy was drunk. Imagine, this guy, this governor of his time, of Kufa, nowadays Iraq, was leading the prayer while being drunk. And who pointed him out as governor? Who placed him as governor of Kufa? Uthman ibn Affan did that, and he's a family member. And a very direct family member. He's the brother of Uthman. Imagine, the brother of Caliph Uthman leading the prayer of Muslims while being drunk, and he even said while praying, shall I pour you more wine? So he was even making fun of Islam. He was making fun of his prophet. Shall I pour you more wine, brother? Imagine, guys. Imagine this in front of you. The early Muslims praying while being drunk. Shall I pour you more wine, brother? This is damaging. This is disturbing. Imagine if the apostles of Christ were drunk while leading the prayer. What would the Muslims would have said about the apostles? But the Sahaba, the companions, used to do that. Imagine. Take beer. Exactly. Take a beer. Take a wine. Azidukum. Shall I pour you more wine? That's what Al-Walid, Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt used to say during prayer, while leading the prayer. Shall I pour you more wine? So this Walid's behavior and his wine consumption riled the pious Muslims of that city, compelling Uthman to recall him in the year 650. Al-Walid then fled to Upper Mesopotamia following Uthman's assassination in the year 656 and died in Al-Raqqa in the year 680. And I got this information, guys, like I said, from the Muslim sources. You can find this information about, shall I pour you more wine, in As-Suyuti's book in Tarikh al-Khulafa on page 125. Guys, in Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari, volume 3, page 374, again, in Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari, volume 3, page 374, we can read that Amr ibn al-As tried to give Uthman important political advice. Ya Uthman, be smart, Ya Uthman. Ya Uthman, be smart. People are getting disturbed. People are getting disgusted of your poor choices. So he tried to give Uthman, the Caliph Uthman, some important political advice. But Uthman, the arrogant Uthman ibn Affan, didn't want to have anything to do with with the advice. He failed to accept such important political matters and took failure decisions, very facepalm, as we call it, the facepalm decisions, which led to his killing, the killing of Uthman. And you see, guys, I put some blood stains here to basically show you or tell you how the third caliph, how they actually got rid of him. They killed him, they butchered him. Butchered at the hands of the first generations of Muslims. Uthman, guys, for the people who do not know, if you study the Islamic sources and references carefully, Uthman, we have to take a conclusion that this Caliph Uthman, the third caliph of the rightly guided caliphate, Uthman was a known, arrogant, and foolish ruler. That's what my conclusion is after finding all these Islamic sources about him, which in the end, as I said, resulted in him being assassinated, killed, murdered at the hands of other Muslims who rebelled against him. Uthman was besieged by rioters, right? Uthman was besieged by other rioters, Muslims. These are Muslims. They besieged his house, guys. They went to his house. Imagine, and Uthman is inside his house. He could not flee. And his wife is there. And it is even said that Uthman was reading the Quran when he was killed. And the reasons for his killing, like I said, right? His poor political choices, pointing his own family in very important positions like rulers or governors of certain important cities and whatnot. Right? But let us actually, guys, start from the beginning. Uthman became caliph. Uthman, guys, he became caliph. He became caliph in the year 644 CE. After replacing Amr ibn al-As, he appointed Abdullah as governor of Egypt. Who? Abdullah as governor of Egypt. Now this time, he appoints someone else. He removes Ibn al-As and he places Abdullah as governor of Egypt. And here, guys, here, basically, a fitna starts. A fitna starts, right? A fitna starts. Why we call it fitna, guys? Why we call it fitna? Because fitna, if we can translate it, it means the conflict or civil strife among the Muslims started when the people of Egypt came to Medina to talk about some matters. So some people came from Egypt and they were disturbed. They came to talk to Uthman. Ya Uthman, what are you doing? Your political choices, we are disturbed. We are disgusted of your choices, Ya Uthman ibn Affan. So they came to see Uthman in Medina when Uthman was in Medina. And they were not pleased with the choices of Uthman. And this is basically the very early beginnings of the first fitna. We call that the first fitna, the inner conflict among Muslims, the first civil strife. All right? And it is a very famous incident in the early lives of the Muslims and in the first caliphate, the rightly guided caliphate. They were not happy, guys. They were not happy about Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. Abdullah, this guy that you see here, Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. For the people who are watching our live shows for many months or many years now, anyone, not the admins, I'm not talking to the admins, maybe to the regulars, can you tell me who Abdullah ibn Abi Sa'd, Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh is? Who is he? Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. Who is he? Help me out here, guys. I hope you are focusing. This is highly academic stuff. We're going really deep in the Islamic sources. But who is he? A scribe of Muhammad. Thank you very much. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, he was a scribe of Muhammad, this Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, who Uthman put as a governor. He made him a governor, right? He made him a governor, the governor of Egypt. And this guy that you see here, basically, this Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh, the scribe of Muhammad himself, he was the adopted brother of Uthman, right? Or as said, his brother through suckling. He was the brother of Uthman through suckling. Again, Uthman making poor choices, placing his own family in highly important positions. This guy was the governor and at the same time the brother through suckling of Uthman ibn Affan. Do you see the poor choices, political choices of Uthman, not realizing what he's doing? He was so arrogant, he made such poor decisions that it got a lot of people disgusted. And that actually one of the reasons why it got Uthman ibn Affan killed in the end. Guys, that same Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, this is the same Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh who left Islam, who became an apostate. That same guy who became an apostate, he left Islam after finding out that Muhammad was plagiarizing ayahs from him and calling it Quran. Guys, let's say this is Muhammad, right? I found this cartoon, and here you see the scribe, the same guy here, the scribe of Muhammad. This is Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. He used to write the Quran for Muhammad as scribe. Do you see it? And he was writing, guys, and this is very famous. Muslims would love to say, and this is fabrication, brother. Well, your Muslim books, your Islamic books are talking about this. Not me. I have nothing to do with this. I'm free from it. He used to write ayahs like chapter 23, verse 14. One day, Muhammad asked Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh, he asked him to write chapter 23, ayah 14 of the Quran on paper. Write it down. I just received Quran from Allah through Jibreel. Oh, Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh, write it down. So Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, he starts to write the ayah down of chapter 23, ayah 14. This ayah that you see on the screen. This very ayah, guys, that you see on the screen. Guys, are you enjoying, are you benefiting from today's live? I hope you're benefiting from today's live show, because I've never done such a live show in the last 15 years. This is basically a live show, a documentary, a journey through the life of Uthman ibn Affan that got him killed. We're going really deep, very academic, so I want you to focus at all times. So, Muhammad orders Abi Sarh to write down chapter 23, ayah 14. I'm not going to talk about the scientific disasters in this ayah, but you see here, it's talking about basically the stages of embryology. We have the semen, and the semen becomes a congealed dead blood. Any biologist, any scientist would agree with it? Of course not. So it becomes blood that, and from blood you have a clot of, that blood clot becomes a lump of flesh, and the flesh become a skeleton baby. Imagine, guys, at this stage, if a woman gets a miscarriage, she loses the baby. You can say to the father, congratulations, you just became a father of a skeleton baby. Which biologist, which scientist would agree with that? Anyway. Then from the skeleton baby, the skeleton, the bones are covered with flesh. That's another disaster. No scientist would agree with it because the Quran is a man-made book of Muhammad that he got from Galen, a Greek scientist called Galen. So basically in this ayah you see the stages, the false stages, the mistaken stages written in this ayah. So after that, in the final part of the ayah, in this final part that is highlighted, guys, and I want you to take notes. Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh says, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. This Abdullah says, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. So these highlighted blue words here, these highlighted words are the words of Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators. What did Muhammad say? Yes. Write it down. You see, after Muhammad commanding him to write the ayah, and he stops here. So Muhammad stops here, guys. Look, he stops here, this last word. And then Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh says, so blessed is Allah, the best of creators. These are the words of who? Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh. These are his words. So when he found out that Muhammad commanding him to write it, this part in the Quran, so blessed is Allah, the best of creators, Muhammad said, write it down. Yes, that's how it was descended to me from Allah through Jibreel. Muhammad liked what Ibn Sarh said, since it fits the rhyme of the Quran, because the Quran is nothing but a poetry book. So Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh, he said, hey, there's a problem here. This is nothing but a joke. How can Muhammad claim to be the prophet? Well, these are my words. You see, guys, these words are of Abdullah. These are my words. At this moment, Ibn Sarh was completely sure that Muhammad is not a prophet. He is a fraud. He's making up Quran. And he's not only making up Quran, he steals the word. He uses the word of Abdullah. Imagine, guys. Muhammad uses the words of Abdullah. These are man-made words. He used them and say, yeah, this is from Allah, brother. You see how Muhammad even plagiarized his own scribes? He plagiarized the words of his own scribe, Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. Devastating, damaging. And this guy, he became an apostate, realizing that Muhammad is a false prophet. Abdullah realizes that Muhammad is a false prophet. So this same guy, guys, Uthman ibn Affan, places as governor of Egypt. This is the same guy, right? This is the same scribe. So when Muhammad found it out, this guy in green, this is the Prophet of Islam, guys, the guy in green with his fat belly. When he found out that this guy left Islam, he became an apostate because he realized that Muhammad is a fraud, a fake prophet, right? Whose words now can be found in chapter 23, ayah 14. He became really, really disgusted of Muhammad. He said, if Muhammad is a prophet, again, Abdullah said, if Muhammad is a prophet, then I can be a prophet as well. Ding, 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 ding. Imagine, guys, he busted Muhammad, and he realized, how can I still be a Muslim? I just found out that this guy is using my own words and say this is Quran from Allah. These are my words, said Abdullah to himself. And he said, bah. He felt disgusted. And after that, Ibn Sarh left Muhammad and Medina and went back to Mecca. He became an apostate. He left Islam, and actually, guys, he's one of the first Muslims who became apostates. Imagine, one of the, maybe, I'm not sure, but I think he's the first ex-Muslim of his time. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? I love to be corrected. So he became an ex-Muslim. He apostatized and left Islam after finding out that Muhammad is a fraud, using his own words, calling it Quran in chapter 23, ayah 14. These last couple of words in the final part of the ayah, guys. The highlighted words are the words of Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. Thank you very much. So blessed is Allah, the best of creators, he said, right? Finding out Muhammad stealing and putting in Quran. So when Muhammad find out that he was talking about him in Mecca, he said, I manipulated Muhammad as I pleased. If he said all wise, then I'll said all knowing. So he was using many different ayahs, right? Calling it Quran. Well, these are the words of Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. Guys, look at this cartoon. He said, I manipulated the Prophet of Islam as I pleased. He was manipulating Muhammad, writing Quran, guys. Imagine. If Muhammad said all wise, then I, Abdullah, said all knowing. And Muhammad used to tell him, yes, write it down. Write it down. It's Quran from Allah. Imagine, guys. He would agree with everything I told him. So Muhammad would agree with everything Abdullah told him, right? And ask me to write it down in the Quran. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is disaster. That's right. That is how the Quran was written. These are my words. Many of my words were Quran, Abdullah used to say. Then he told the Quraysh people in Mecca, right? He told what happened, how Muhammad was plagiarizing from him certain words, making it Quran. And when Muhammad heard it, guys, like I said, he started to have a huge grudge against Ibn Sarh. He wanted Abdullah to be killed. He wanted Abdullah to be killed. Now, look, this cartoon actually is a very nice illustration how Muhammad used to get rid of his enemies who used to criticize Muhammad. For example, this another person by the name of Abd al-Uzza bin Akhtal knew that Muhammad wanted him to be killed, and he went to basically tied himself with the ropes at the Kaaba. Maybe he said, if I'm going to tie myself to the Kaaba, Muhammad will not kill me. Whoa! And the Sahaba, look guys, these are the Sahaba who want to kill him. This is another person who was criticizing Muhammad. He said, we cannot kill him. This Sahabi with the sword says, we cannot kill him, Ya Muhammad. He is, he clenched himself, he tied himself against the Kaaba. This is the Kaaba, right guys? Muhammad did not care. I really don't care, Muhammad said. Kill him anyway. The Kaaba has never been used to protect the rebels. My enemies who used to criticize me, Muhammad said. So the Muslim soldiers reported to Muhammad, okay, Prophet, brother, let me kill him. Allahu Akbar, kill the kafir. And they butchered him, they killed him. You see it, guys? But Abdullah was really lucky. When Abdullah heard of this, that Muhammad used to kill his enemies, the people used to criticize him, he said, that so-called prophet, again we go back to Abdullah, guys. He says, that so-called prophet would surely kill me. So he was really, disturbed. He was shocked, and he was, he started to worry. When Ibn Sarh heard about the death of Ibn Akhtal, he became very scared. He became scared, and someone told him to even hide himself. Ibn Sarh asked his stepbrother, Uthman ibn Affan, to hide him. Basically, his brother through suckling, as we mentioned earlier. So this is Uthman, guys. Do you see? This is Uthman ibn Affan, the third caliph, who later became the third caliph. When Muhammad was alive, Uthman wanted, to pardon his brother through suckling, Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh, to help him so that Muhammad won't kill him. When the situation calmed down, because he became an apostate, Uthman ibn Affan took Ibn Sarh to meet Muhammad to ask him for forgiveness. And look at Muhammad, guys. The guy in green is Muhammad, right? Look at Muhammad. Muhammad was quiet for a long time. He knew that Uthman would be offended if he ordered his army to kill his brother through suckling Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. And look what Abdullah, in this illustration saying. How odd. Usually he always wants to avenge, right? He wants to kill his criticizers. Since there is no reaction from Muhammad, Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh left him, and then Muhammad starts to become angry. He says to his Sahaba, I was silent for a long time, but why didn't any of you, my Sahaba, kill Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh? But then Muhammad scolded his army. And the Sahaba, look, this is a Sahabi, right? A companion of Muhammad. He said, I stared at your eyes, O Prophet. O Prophet, brother, I stared at your eyes all the time, but you didn't wink. You should have winked to give me a signal for me to know that I have to kill Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. And then Muhammad, always with his excuse, he said, a prophet shall not kill by a signal. I should not wink. Wink, wink, right? You know what a wink is, right, guys? With your eyes. Give a signal. And all these references you can find actually in the Islamic books, in books like As-Sirah Nabawiyah by Ibn Hisham, Ibn Ishaq, and also on the first page of As-Sirah Nabawiyah by Ibn Hisham. Right? All right. So this is basically, in a nutshell, the story about Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, who Muhammad used to use his own words and call it Quran. Ayahs like chapter 23, ayah 14. These couple of last words of this ayah, Muhammad took it and made it Quran, while these were the words of Abdullah. These are the words of Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. Alright? So blessed is Allah, the best of creators. And he used to manipulate Muhammad, writing his own words in the Quran. The Quran, guys, you see, when we Christian apologists and polemicists say, the Quran is a book of men, it's a man-made book, we know why. We know why. We study the Islamic books. We know why we say that, right? He busted Muhammad without any mercy, and he left Islam. But later, guys, Muslims will brag about it. Later, because he was fear his life, he came back to Islam. This Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, he came back to Islam. He became a Muslim. And when, like I said earlier, when Uthman became the Caliph, when Uthman became the third Caliph, he appointed him to be the governor of Egypt. Where? To be the governor, let me type it out. Abdullah, this same Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh was appointed, how do you say it? Appointed or positioned, whatever, to be the governor of Egypt. A very important position, right? And the people, the Muslims of Egypt, they become disturbed because why? Here's why. Here is why they wanted to go to Uthman ibn Affan, because they were disturbed because of his poor choices of putting his own family. Remember, Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh was his brother through suckling. That's why he put him as governor of Egypt. Imagine, guys, the poor political decisions of Uthman, which led him to be killed, to be murdered by the Muslims. So if we go, let's say, to Tarikh al-Tabari, for example, Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari. Tarikh al-Tabari reports, this book reports that Abi Sarh became later, after becoming an ex-Muslim, leaving Islam, later he returned to Islam on the day of conquest of Mecca. What is the conquest of Mecca? When Muhammad went to Mecca with a huge army, and Muslim sources say these are an army of 10,000 Sahaba. Muhammad going to Mecca, breaking breaking the contract with the Meccans, the Quraysh, right? He broke the contract. Muslims will tell you, the Meccans did that. Well, that's a topic for maybe another time. But when Muhammad wanted to take over Mecca, Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh feared his life again, and he had no choice but to run to Islam. But he never actually became a true Muslim again, because he knew, inside out, he knew that Muhammad was a false prophet, as we said, right? Abdullah knew Muhammad is a joke, he's a fraud. He's taking my words, putting in the Quran, right? So he never actually became a true Muslim. He never actually became a true Muslim because he knew Muhammad is an evil son of Satan, right? He's an evil son of Satan. He would kill his criticizer. He would kill the enemies of Islam. He would kill the apostates of Islam, right? Because if you go to Sahih al-Bukhari, for example, you'll see that Muhammad ordered ex-Muslims to be killed. We know the punishment for apostasy, right, yeah, guys? We know the punishment of apostasy. Now, again, if we go back to Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari, Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, page 389, again, Tarikh al-Tabari, the book called Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari, volume 3, page 389, we can read the following. On Friday, the disturbed Egyptians, the Muslim from Egypt, they came to visit Masjid al-Rasul of Allah in Medina. So this is in the time, guys, please focus. This is in the time of Uthman being in power as Caliph, right? As Caliph. So this is in the time of the third Caliph, Uthman ibn Affan. So they came to say to Uthman, "Ya Uthman, we are disturbed. We want you to stop making poor choices. Stop putting your own family as governors in such important positions like the governor of Egypt." So he put Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh as the governor of Egypt. Very poor choice, because this guy never believed to be a Muslim. He never accepted Islam truly, even after becoming a Muslim again. He left Islam. He was the scribe of Muhammad. He left Islam, had to come back, fear for his life, but he never became a true Muslim again. And if we continue reading, Uthman, after that day, Uthman went to lead the Muslims in prayer in the Side Mosque, in Masjid al-Rasul of Allah in Medina. So Uthman was leading the Muslim Ummah from Medina, and he went to pray, and he climbed the mimbar. We call the part where let's say the Imam or the Sheikh, when he is going to give his khutbah, his sermon, let's say Friday sermon. And this was on a Friday, right, guys? He was talking to the people inside the mosque, and he started, Uthman himself, guys, started to throw curses at these people who came to see him from Egypt. Imagine, guys, Uthman started to insult and curse the people from Egypt who came to say, "Yeah, Uthman, we need you to take better choices. Help us out in Egypt." Why? Why? And you will understand why, guys. Caliph Uthman started to curse or throw curses at these visitors from Egypt. Because Uthman heard that they came to complain about Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. To complain about who? This guy again, Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. The Egyptian Muslims came to complain to Uthman ibn Affan about his brother through suckling. Why? Why? Because of his ruling and the fasad. Muslims will understand the word. The fasad, basically causing a lot of corruption. He was corrupted. Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh was having a fun time in Egypt. He was the ruler of Egypt, basically, the governor of Egypt, and he was causing a lot of problems there. But who chose him to be the governor? Uthman ibn Affan, his brother, through suckling. And then when Ali, the cousin of Muhammad, Ali ibn Abi Talib, when he heard Uthman cursing the the Muslim Egyptians from Egypt, Ali asked Uthman, why are you doing that? Why are you so angry? Why are you cursing these people, these Muslim Egyptians in such a way, Ya Uthman? They came to complain to you about your brother through suckling, Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. And they came and they want you to replace him as governor of Egypt. So they are asking you, so this is still Ali talking, right? Ali is still talking. And again, we can find this information in Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, page 389 and so on. So they are asking you, Ya Uthman, Ali is saying, to replace him, to find someone else and place him as a governor of Egypt. So these Egyptian Muslims want Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh to go away and be replaced by someone else who is a better governor. So guys, now here comes the evil plan of Uthman. Guys, are you ready? I hope you're focused still. I hope I'm not putting you asleep. This is highly damaging stuff. And you'll see how Uthman was an evil son of Satan, and he was really bad in making political choices. And he rejected all the advices of people around him, right? People used to come and give him advice, and he rejected. He was very arrogant. Uthman was highly arrogant, and he only made poor choices. Very bad decisions and choices that led to him being killed. Watch. But you know, in secret, Uthman accepted, right? They're complaining about Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. And he told them to choose a new governor. Uthman said, okay, I'm going to listen to you. Choose a new governor for Egypt. I'm going to replace Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. Choose a new governor. And the Egyptian Muslims, they chose who? Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Who? The son of Abu Bakr himself, guys. The son of Abu Bakr, the brother of Aisha. Who? What is his name? Again, what is his name? Guys, and I want you to remember this name. Muhammad ibn Bakr, or Abu Bakr, right? The son of Abu Bakr, ibn Abu Bakr. Muhammad ibn Abu Bakr. Muhammad, the son of Abu Bakr, the brother of Aisha and Asma bint Abu Bakr. Their brother, right? To be the new governor of Egypt. Guys, are you still following? I hope you're still following, guys. I hope you're still following me. I hope I'm not putting you asleep. Are you still following? And guys, don't forget, many Sunni Muslims will get triggered of today's live show. Today's live show will cause a lot of Muslims, Sunni Muslims in this case, to be really triggered because they have heard a totally different story from their imams and shuyukhs. Because remember, Muslims always say to people like Uthman, Abu Bakr and so on, Radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with them. But how when they are very evil people, making very bad choices, placing their own families in high positions, like in this case, Uthman ibn Affan. If we continue, guys, when we go to a book like this one, let me put this one now in the live chat. We go to this Islamic reference, and the writer of this book is Jalaluddin al-Suyuti, who wrote also Tafsir al-Jalalain, same Jalaluddin al-Suyuti, who died in the year around the year 900 Hijrah. Jalaluddin al-Suyuti, who wrote Tafsir al-Jalalain, in his book called Tarikh al-Khulafa, the history of the Caliphs, Tarikh al-Khulafa, page 127. In his book, in the book of Jalaluddin al-Suyuti, Tarikh al-Khulafa, the history of the Khulafa, page 127, we can read the following story. Guys, please focus. We read that Uthman agreed on the position of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, the son of Abu Bakr himself, the first caliph. That was the first caliph. So his son to be placed instead of Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh as the new governor of Egypt. So he must be replaced, this Abdullah, the brother through suckling of Uthman. Uthman's brother through suckling. All right, so Muhammad, from now on, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr is going to be the new governor of Egypt. In the meantime, guys, what else is new? In the meantime, Uthman is cooking a secret plan. Uthman, and you guys, today's live show will tell you why Muslims killed Uthman. Uthman started in secret. He didn't want to listen to them, remember? He was cursing them. He was cursing his visitors from Egypt who came to complain about Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. So in secret, he started to cook a secret evil plan. Who? Uthman himself did that. Watch. Uthman in secret sent a black boy, a slave, a boy, one of his servants, on a camel from Medina. Remember, Uthman is ruling the Ummah, the Caliphate from Medina. So he sent this black servant, this slave, a young boy, a black young boy, on a camel from Medina, carrying a hidden, secret, evil plan, a secret message to Abdullah, his brother, to carry the secret plan, the secret message to Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. Guys, are you understanding what's going on now? So Uthman cooked up a secret message. He wrote a secret message. He sent the message with the young black slave. He sent him on a camel from Medina to Egypt to go see Abdullah ibn Sa'd Abi Sarh, who was at that time still the governor of Egypt. Wow! So he told the Egyptians who came to complain, yes, you can choose a new governor, and they chose Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. But in secret, he sent him a secret message to what? To tell him, hey, they are going to become Egyptians to you. Make sure to know what is going on. Guys, imagine how evil this is. He allowed them to choose a new governor, but in secret, he is warning Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh to, you know what? They're going to remove you, replace you. Watch out. So he warned his brother. But guys, watch what happens next. Uthman is such a foolish idiot. When he sent the young boy, this black boy with the secret message to Abdullah ibn Abi Sa'd, look what happens next. So now we have this black slave, young boy, riding on the camel, carrying the hidden secret message to Abi Sarh. This black slave, this black boy, he starts to ride from Medina on a camel to go to Egypt. The boy now riding for 3 days, trying to reach Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh with the secret evil plan, this secret message from Uthman ibn Affan. In the middle of the road, the young black slave, the young boy, was stopped by the companions of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. So basically the plan of Uthman failed miserably, and they caught in the middle of the road to Egypt. They caught him. When he almost reached Egypt, they caught the young boy, and they found the hidden secret, the hidden message of Caliph Uthman. When they start to search the young boy, they asked him, hey, who are you? Who are you? The boy answered, I am the boy of Al-Mu'mineen. I am the boy, I am the slave, I am the black slave of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I am the black slave of Amir al-Mu'mineen, meaning the Caliph Uthman. Amir, guys, means literally prince, but basically the ruler of the Islamic Ummah. So he confirmed, I am sent by Uthman. and then he told them, he asked me to travel to Egypt to go see Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. Then these companions of Muhammad, they thought, hey, there's something fishy going on. The companions, guys, the friends of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, the Egyptians, right? They started to search the young boy, the young black slave, And they found a hidden message from Uthman addressed to Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, saying, if Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr and such would come to you, then make sure to assassinate them. So what was the secret evil plan? Guys, what was the secret evil message of Uthman to Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh? If the Egyptians, guys, you see why they wanted to kill him? If the Egyptians will come to you, oh brother, Abdullah, let me type it out, guys. Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh. If they will come to you to replace you as the governor, make sure to kill all of them. Assassinate all these Egyptians. Guys, do you see how evil Uthman was and what kind of bad decisions he was making as the third caliph of the Ummah? Wow, imagine the secret evil message from Medina to Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh in Egypt as governor. The secret plan is from Uthman, kill them if you see them. Make sure to get rid of them because they are about to replace you as current governor of Egypt. Wow! So they discovered the secret message. And then, you know what the message also said? Uthman, in his secret message that was being carried by the young slave, he said also, and until you hear from me, O brother, through suckling, O Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Sarh. This is still Uthman talking in his message, right? In his secret message. And until you hear from me, jail anyone who comes to question the matter. So first, kill the people who wants to come and replace you, and the rest of them, jail them until you hear from me, and I will come and see you and solve the problem, solve this disaster, right? Because he want to get rid of these Egyptians who came to complain to him. And remember, he was cursing them while being on the minbar of the mosque in Medina. Uthman, in other words, guys, we can conclude, Uthman, in other words, didn't like his own brother, Abdullah ibn Sa'd ibn Abi Sarh, to be replaced, but rather see Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr killed instead. So he even wanted to kill the son of Abu Bakr, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, or Abu Bakr. Wow! And remember, the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, said, the first generations of Muslims are the best Muslims. These are the best Muslims, these evil murderers, these evil killers. Uthman was a really evil son of Satan, as you see. Uthman was an evil son of Satan. And he cooked up this plan to kill the Egyptians who wanted to replace his brother through suckling. Do you see now again why Uthman loved to put his own family members in high positions, in important positions like governors and so on? Bunch of terrorists, exactly, Yonin, exactly, right? Yet the Muslims of today, exactly their drua, yet the Muslims in Egypt of today, they basically idealize Uthman. Radiyallahu anhu. The Muslims today still say, may Allah be pleased with Uthman. Well, Uthman is cooking an evil plan to kill his fellow Muslims. These are his Muslims, brothers from Egypt, only because they came to complain about his brother, the governor of Egypt at that time. And he even told them, yes, choose a new governor, no problem. But in secret, he wanted to kill them, get rid of them. Bam! So they found out, guys. They found the young boy, the messenger. They found the secret evil plan of Uthman with him. And they warned Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, watch out, Uthman wants you killed. Imagine, Uthman wants you killed. Ya Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, watch out. And guys, this was the amazing plan of one of the four, they call them the four rightly guided caliph. Imagine, the third guy, the third caliph of the four rightly guided caliphs, was nothing but an evil son of Satan, an evil murderer. And many scholars of today, many Sunni scholars of today, would rather not like to talk about this story. They rather hide the information. And remember what Sheikh Wasim Yusuf from Dubai said? The Muslim scholars want to hide more than 90% of the stories. They want to hide this information from the Muslims because many Muslims will become apostates when they hear these kind of stories, right? I mean, these are the rightly guided caliphs, man. This is Uthman cooking an evil plan to kill the enemies. Those are not enemies. These are Muslims. The early Muslims, man. You want to kill them. Only why? Because they wanted a new governor. All right. So when the companions of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, guys, again, when the Egyptian Muslims, the companions of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, who wanted Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr to be the new governor instead of Abdullah, when they discovered the secret plan of Uthman, i.e. the assassination plan of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, which they found in the secret message carried by the young slave boy, they became furious. They wanted to take revenge. The Egyptian Muslims, guys, wanted to take revenge. And this is basically the start of one of the first fitnas in Islam. Fitnah of Islam. There were many fitnas later, but this is basically the first baby steps to the fitna, the first fitna of Islam. And my wife brought me, guys, remember, I am suffering from COVID virus. I have corona at this moment as we speak. My wife brought me a nice hot cup of tea. And my son is here. Hello, baby. My son is here. He's going again around this time. He's going to take a nap. So he's here to take a nap. Maybe you'll hear him crying in the background. So please bear with me, guys. This is a live stream. Yeah, thank you. So my wife, look how nice my wife is, guys. She brought me a cup of tea, trying to take care of me. Hot tea, guys. Let me take a sip. Yeah, so guys, if you hear my son, let me give him a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give Papa a kiss. Yeah, wait. He ran away. He doesn't want me to kiss him before going to sleep. Give Papa Michi. Give Papa Michi. Be a nice boy and go sleep. Bye bye. Nap nap. Be nice to your mother, okay? Yalla habibi. Bye bye. All right. Sorry guys for that. This is a live stream. Everything can happen. I'm a family man. But let's try to continue. All right. So again, when the companions of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, when they discovered the assassination plan from Uthman from Medina, remember Medina, Uthman is in Medina ruling the Ummah, the Caliphate from Medina, and the companions of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, they are living in Egypt. These are all Muslims, right? So when they discovered the hidden secret plan, the assassination of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, they became really furious. They become really, really vengeful. And they went back to Medina to see Uthman. Ya Uthman, what have you done? Ya Uthman, you want to kill Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr and anyone who want to go and replace Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh as the governor of Egypt? So what happens next is very interesting, guys. And this is really a disturbing historical fact in the life of Uthman and the early Muslims. So the people from Egypt went back to Medina and they guarded Ali, the Sahabi, the cousin of Muhammad, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Talha and Az-Zubayr and Sa'ad, who were also known as the companions, very famous companions of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad. And guys, again, this is during the caliphate during the time that Uthman is ruling the caliphate, right? The third caliph Uthman during his period. So they showed them the secret plan that they discovered with the young slave boy who was carrying the hidden message to assassinate Ibn Abi Bakr, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Now people of Medina started to look strange at Uthman. When the people of Medina heard about it, that Uthman wants to kill anyone who wanted to replace Abdullah ibn Sarh, including the new supposed governor, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, as we mentioned earlier, Uthman made some poor decisions which led to his killing. Now, do you understand why people wanted Uthman to be killed? Because he's an evil son of Satan and he really made some poor political decisions. Right? So Ali ibn Abi Talib, Ali himself confronted Uthman and told him, is this your boy? Is this the boy that you sent from Medina to Egypt? Is this your boy? Uthman the liar. Now let's see what he's going to say. He says, yes, this is my slave. Guys, look how Uthman is going to lie. Uthman answered, yes, this is my slave. And the camel is yours? Uthman again answered, yes, this camel is mine. Remember, he sent this young black slave to Egypt, but he's still not denying these parts. Watch. Uthman again answered, yes, this is my camel. And you wrote this message? Uthman then denies the secret assassination plan. He said, no. So he lied and said, no, it's not my message. Brother, it's not my message. Yes, it's my slave. Yes, it's my camel, but it's not my message to kill also Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. It's not my plan, brother. So he denies it and lies about it. He denies it and he lies about it. And Muslims, guys, the triggered Muslims will say, no, it never happened. It doesn't say that, RC. Our Islamic books do not say that. No. You know how Muslims are, right, guys? Someone is saying in the live chat, I wonder where Uthman learned to lie from. Well, of course, Islam, guys. Islam is built on lies. Muhammad was an evil son of Satan, a liar, the most obvious fake prophet. So what do you expect from his closest Sahaba like Uthman? Remember, Uthman is one of the most important Sahaba, right, guys? We are talking about the Uthman, the third caliph. This evil killer, and he denies the secret plan. He says, no, it's not my plan. I didn't send the secret plan. It's not my plan. Obviously lying, right? Obviously Uthman here is lying. And people, guys, people are not stupid. People are not stupid. They thought, hey, you're lying. So Ali continues. Ali continues questioning Uthman. Ali ibn Abi Talib continues questioning Uthman. He said, Ya Uthman, did you send this message? Uthman denied it, as I said. He said, no, it wasn't me. He lied about it, right, guys? And he even swore by Allah that he did not write it. Imagine. Aqsam billah, I swear by Allah, it's not my message, Uthman said. Imagine, guys, he lies about Allah. He puts Allah under the bus and lies about Allah. He says, no, it's not my message, Uthman said. I did not write it and I have nothing to do with it. Ali continued, still not convinced. Ali continued questioning him. Is this your seal? Remember, guys, whenever messages are written, important messages are written, right, and sent, always someone important like Uthman would place, would place his own seal on the message or on the letter, right, guys? for Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, when it would arrive, when the message would reach Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, he would know that his brother, through suckling, Uthman sent him a message. So the seal, even the seal of Uthman, of the Caliph, is on the message, on the letter. And they used to, smelt, how do you call, what do you call that? Help me out here, guys. What do you call, they smelt with fire to make the seal? What do they use normally? Wax, exactly, wax. Right? Wax. They used to use like red wax, maybe, and then he put his seal, right? Khatam, we call that in Arabic khatam, the seal, so that people will understand, hey, this letter is from, let's say, an important person like Uthman ibn Affan, the third caliph of the believers, who are the Muslims, the Islamic Ummah, right, guys? All right. So Ali said to him, is this your seal? Is this your khatam? Uthman answered, yes, this is my khatam. He cannot deny it. I mean, the people know whose seal this is, right? So Ali said, so how does your boy? Guys, now look at Ali. Look at Ali's reaction. So Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin of Muhammad, said, so how does your boy, your slave boy, with your camel, with your seal, travels to Egypt while you don't know about it? How is this possible? And he carries a hidden plan, a hidden message. Uthman again started to swear by Allah. Uqsim billah. I swear by Allah. I did not write this message. I did not command anyone with it. I was not the one who sent this boy to travel to Egypt. So he completely denied it. Wow. He completely denied the assassination of Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr and anyone who wanted to replace Abdullah ibn Abi Sa'd. Imagine, he lies about it completely. Still people don't accept his lie. They still think, hey, there's something fishy going on here. You're a liar. We busted you. Later, the people discovered the handwriting of his scribe. Remember, people like Uthman, important rulers, they had scribes like Muhammad, right? Sorry, the scribe, not scriber, scribe. So Uthman had a scribe, and this scribe wrote this letter, of course, for him, right? The scribe, they discovered even that the handwriting was of a very important scribe who used to write letters for the caliph, right? Of Caliph Uthman. They knew him. They even knew him by name. He was called Marwan. The writer of the letter is Marwan. They know him. His name is Marwan. They know the scribe. They know his handwriting. I mean, he's the scribe of the most important guy at this moment, Uthman ibn Affan, the caliph of the Ummah. Wow, what a big fail. Exactly, Living Hope. Wow. Imagine. So Uthman had no other choice. Again, Uthman had no other choice but to deliver the writer of this, the scribe of this hidden message to be handed over to the Muslims. And the people were still not pleased. They were not pleased. I mean, they know it's Uthman who wrote this letter. He gave the command to write the letter to his brother Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, right, to assassinate the son of Abu Bakr, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. All right. The people were not pleased and were still shocked and disturbed that a Sahabi like Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr was ordered to be killed in secret in such a horrendous way by Uthman and his brother through suckling Abdullah ibn Abi Sa'd, who was at that time the governor of Egypt. And they started among themselves, they started to say, if it was Uthman who planned it, then we will replace him as caliph. And if it's Marwan, then we will deal with him, meaning we will kill them. We will kill them. So Uthman told Marwan to flee. Ya Marwan, oh my scribe, you really need to flee now because you're about to get murdered. Guys, imagine Uthman is the one who is sending the letter and, right? And they try to kill his scribe. I mean, what? It's an innocent scribe. What has the scribe to do with this whole problem? Right? It's Uthman ordering the scribe to write the letter, right? the assassination letter. So Uthman told Marwan to flee. As you see, Uthman ibn Affan was not a smart ruler at all. He was not smart. He made really poor political choices that got him to be killed in the end. Uthman was not a smart ruler. He was actually very arrogant, not seeing what he's cooking. When you're going to dig a grave for someone, you're going to eventually fall in it yourself. You are going to fall in the same trap you dig for someone else, right? Karma is a B. Yeah? Okay. So Uthman was not a smart ruler. He was actually very arrogant and very foolish in his decisions. So the people, the Muslims, the Ummah, started to siege upon his house. And here is the most important story of the whole live show, guys, is about to, how do you say it? About to basically start. All right, the Uthman's caliphate is about to collapse, basically. People started to siege his house, right? And he cannot go anywhere anymore. Imagine, guys, a huge, large crowd surrounding your house because they want you to be killed. They want to kill you. They wanted, from that moment on, they wanted to kill the protesters who heard of the evil secret plan of Uthman. They wanted to take revenge, to, kill him with their own hands. The angry protesters started to demand a new caliph. We want a new caliph. We want to get rid of Uthman, this evil son of Satan, this killer, this evil guy who wants to kill Abu Bakr. The son of Abu Bakr, the son of Abu Bakr, Muhammad. Muhammad, the son of Abu Bakr. He wanted him to be killed. He's innocent, right? Now we want a new caliph. And they even forbid him, guys, from drinking water. Imagine you are surrounded in your own house. You cannot leave the house. And you're going to become hungry eventually. You cannot drink. Imagine this is in Medina. Medina is a very hot place. If you don't drink, you'll die eventually, right? So they didn't even allow him to drink water. Thirsty, Uthman asks Ali. He asks Ali. He's asking for Ali. So Uthman asked for Ali, and the people said, no, Ali is not here. Is Saad with you then? Is Saad here to help me? Again, they said no. So Ali was not there. Saad was not there. All these important companions of Muhammad are not there to help Ali yet. So when the news reached Ali ibn Abi Talib that revengeful people who want to kill Caliph Uthman and replace him by a new caliph, when the news reached Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin of Muhammad, he sent his sons Hassan and Hussein to help Uthman. Ali sends his two sons Hassan and Hussein to help Uthman, and when Saad heard about the incident, he also sends his own son, and so did Talha. Guys, these people that I'm mentioning, these are very important Sahaba of Muhammad, remember? Talha, Ali, Saad, these are very famous companions of Muhammad. And this is, again, for the people who just joined, this is during the rule of Caliph Uthman. Caliph was at that time the third caliph of the Ummah. Right? First you had Abu Bakr, then you had Umar, and now Uthman. People wanted to kill Uthman at this, and Ali finds out, Talha finds out, and Saad finds out, and they sent all of their sons to help Uthman. A group of Sahaba, the companions of Muhammad, also other groups sent also their sons to forbid the people to enter upon Uthman, enter his house, and to protect him from getting killed or harmed. Asking Uthman to deliver Marwan, the scribe. Deliver us Marwan, maybe it will ease the people. Maybe we can basically convince them to go back to their houses and the fitna will stop, right? This problem, this issue in the caliphate to stop. The people were not convinced. The people started to shoot arrows. Imagine. The people started to shoot the arrows. The people started to shoot the arrows at the house of Uthman. Arrows, man. Imagine, guys. They are shooting now the arrows and so on the door on the house of Uthman. They are really angry. You have you need to imagine in front of you a large crowd trying now to kill Uthman inside his own house. And by mistake, they injured Hassan, who is a son of Ali. They injured Hassan with arrows. Imagine, guys. Hassan is trying to help Uthman and he gets injured by the large, angry crowd. They injured Hassan, the son of Ali. This is the grandson of the Prophet. Remember, guys? The grandson of the Prophet. So Hassan received an injury and his blood started to flow. Hassan received an injury and his blood started to flow. And still people are angry. They don't care. They still want to kill Uthman. And one of the arrows injured Marwan the scribe, who was standing at the door of the house of Uthman. Guys, we find all this information, for example, in Tarikh al-Tabari and so on and so on. Right? I'm not inventing this. I am only gathered this information for you. I put a lot of time, guys. Please, guys, I'm doing a lot of reading and I gathered this information from the Islamic books. I didn't cook it. I'm not Uthman to cook up plans. I only am reading, I'm reciting what I found in the Islamic books, right, guys? So Hassan, the son of Ali, got injured. His blood started to flow. And Marwan, the scribe, who wrote the letter, the assassination letter by the command of Uthman, he even also gets injured at the door of the house of Uthman. Then look what happens next. Look what happens next. Muhammad was there. Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr wanted retaliation. I mean, the guy knows. He found out Uthman, the Caliph, wanted to kill him, right? The new governor that was about to be placed instead of Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh. When he found out Uthman wanted to kill him, he's innocent, right? He also became highly angry, furious, and he was there too. Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr and his men, his companions, entered upon Uthman. And they found Uthman alone with his wife inside the house. So Uthman, according to the Islamic sources, at this time Uthman was reading Quran, supposedly. They want to, they started to invent all kind of stories, to make things very sweet, brother. Brother Uthman was even reading Quran, he was butchered. So Uthman is now inside his house alone, and people broke the door and they went inside the house, and Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr is one of them. And look what happens next. Muhammad entered and grabbed Uthman by his what? By his beard. Guys, do you remind yourselves why I always say grab him by his beard? I often use this, when we expose Muslims. I always say, let us grab him by his beard. It's a common custom, guys, in the Arab world. When you grab an older man by his beard, you're actually taking his manhood in your hands. It's a huge thing to grab a man by his beard. Right, guys? So he took him by his beard. He took Uthman by the beard. He grabbed his beard. Come here, I'm going to kill you. Right? So Muhammad grabbed Uthman by his beard and he starts to insult Uthman. And other two men were able to enter the house and they killed Uthman. They butchered him alive. And they left. Then his wife started to scream. The wife of Uthman, finding her husband butchered, lying on the ground, and she screamed to the people outside, Amir al-Mu'mineen has been slaughtered. Ya Muslimin, Amir al-Mu'mineen just has been slaughtered. The people entered and saw the butchered Uthman on the floor. A very sad historical fact, a disturbing, sad historical fact in the early generation of Muslims. Imagine the mess, exactly, Reuben. Guys, they entered upon Uthman and they butchered him like an animal, grabbing him by his beard, insulting him and butchering him, putting arrows and spears and swords inside his body, stabbing him to death. Now, there's more information, guys, regarding the killing of Uthman. If you're interested, please stay with me, because for a lot of people, they don't know the details. So let me tell you more details about the killing of Uthman, right? The killing of Uthman. So imagine, guys, let's say this is Uthman, and you see here, the Muslims started to butcher him, kill him, and put arrows in his body, swords and whatnot. This is Uthman. There is another story about this incident reported in Tarikh al-Tabari. Let me give you the reference, guys. If we go to Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari, Tarikh, guys, in Arabic means history. So in the history of al-Tabari, volume 3, page 423, that's the reference, that's the source that I'm going to read for you from. And guys, this is my own translation, right? But I'm going to use a couple of Arabic words. So from the after the from, you know, the people always in the chain. We can read that Abdul Rahman ibn Muhammad, that Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, the son of Abi Bakr, who wanted to take retaliation and kill Uthman. When Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr entered the house of Uthman, there were other Muslim people with him who wanted to kill Uthman, right, as we mentioned. One of them was who? Kinana ibn Bishr. Let me give you the names, guys. Maybe if you want to take notes, I don't know. One of them, so we have Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. We have Kinana ibn Bishr. All these names are, as I showed you, in Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, page 423. And Saudan ibn Amran and Amru ibn Humaq al-Khuzai. Let me give you also this name. These are very famous Sahaba, right? So these people came and entered upon the house. And when they saw Uthman with his wife reading the Mus'haf, i.e. the Quran of Allah. So Uthman was reading the Quran while being butchered. And I don't believe this truly happens. Muslims actually fabricated this story that Uthman was reading the Quran to make it, the story more convincing, more beautiful. You know how Muslims are. They always brag, right? And start to fabricate like their fake fraud prophet. Always adding to the story. So Uthman was reading the Quran while being butchered. Imagine, guys, what a lie this is, but forget about it. So Uthman was reading Surah Al-Baqarah. Uthman, while being murdered, imagine, guys, this guy is reading Quran and he's about to be butchered. So Uthman reads Surah Al-Baqarah, which is chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow, right, while being butchered. Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr approached Uthman and grabbed, like I said earlier, like I mentioned earlier, he grabbed Uthman by his beard and said to Uthman, Ya Uthman. He said, Ya Uthman, قَدْ أَخْزَاكُ اللَّهِ يَا نَعْثَلْ. That's what the Arabic says, guys. قَدْ أَخْزَاكُ اللَّهِ يَا نَعْثَلْ. Guys, the word na'thal, let me copy the word. The word na'thal, so here, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, the son of Abu Bakr, guys, the brother of Aisha, this is the same guy, right, who Uthman wanted to kill him. This word na'thal, so he's insulting him and calling him na'thal. The word na'thal, you hear it? Na'thal, very difficult word to pronounce for the people here in the West. But the word na'thal means a foolish sheikh. Foolish sheikh. Let me give you the translation. Yeah, you fool. Like Mr. T would say, you fool. You foolish old man, basically, right? You foolish old man, what have you done? You want to kill me, right? In secret. You send your slave to Egypt, to your brother through suckling Abdullah ibn Abi Sarh, and you cooked up a plan to kill me behind my back? Ya Na'thal. Ya Na'thal ibn Na'thal. Right? That's what Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr is saying to him. قد أخزاك الله يا نعثل. قد أخزاك الله يا نعثل. You foolish sheikh. In other words, he insulted Amir al-Mu'mineen, the Caliph of the Islamic Ummah, Uthman himself. Let's say this is Uthman, right guys? This is Uthman. The same guy, right? This is Uthman. And look what happens next. Look how they are going to butcher him. I even found the details in Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, page 423. The Arabic reference. Now, Uthman replies, after getting insulted by Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Uthman's response is, before getting killed, he said, لست بنعثل لكني عبد الله وأمير المؤمنين. Again, لست بنعثل لكني عبد الله وأمير المؤمنين. What does that mean? It means I am not a foolish old man, and I am the slave of Allah and the Caliph of the Islamic Ummah. Amir al-Mu'mineen means basically, literally, the prince of the believers, the prince of the Islamic Ummah. I am, again, translation of the words of Uthman, I'm not a foolish sheikh, I'm not a foolish old man, I'm the slave of Allah and the Caliph of the believers. I'm the Caliph of the Caliphate. And Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr said, what I'm about to do with you is far worse than grabbing you by your beard. Look at these guys, look at the insults left and right. Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr still grabbing him by his beard. Imagine this in front of you. He grabbed Uthman ibn Affan by the beard and he said to him, what I'm about to do to you or with you is far worse than grabbing you by your beard. The story in Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, says the following. So he stabbed Uthman, he stabbed his forehead with a spear. So the son of Abu Bakr took a spear and he planted the spear in the forehead of Uthman. He killed him, right? And the story continues. Then Kinana, who also entered the house, remember I gave you the names. Kinana ibn Bishr stabbed Uthman with a same sort of weapons in his ear. So he stabbed him in his ear. Kinana stabbed stabbed Uthman in his ear with a spear or maybe arrows, let's say, in his ear till it came out of the throat of Uthman. Imagine, guys, he stabs him in his ear and the spear or the arrow goes outside the throat. It comes through the throat of Uthman. Filthy murderers, the early Sahaba, guys, radiyallahu anhum, may Allah be pleased with them, may Allah be pleased with them, radiyallahu anhuma, or anhum, may Allah be pleased with them, were all filthy murderers, killers. How Allah be pleased with them while they are murdering the third caliph. Anyway, so they stabbed him with all kind of weapons in his ears, in his forehead, and the one who stabbed him in his ear, Kinana, the spear went through his throat and he also pierced him with his sword and butchered and killed him. Killed Uthman. These are the details, guys, about the assassination, the killing of Uthman. In other words, Kinana raised up spears and started to stab Uthman with the spears inside his ear until they reached inside the throat of Uthman. Imagine. And he stabbed him with his sword and killed him. I mean, it's not enough to pierce him inside his ear, going out through his throat, but also used the sword to finish him off. Look at the hate, look at the revengeful Sahaba, who Muslims now, after 1400 years, they will still say, Radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with these filthy murderers, these filthy killers of Uthman. That's Islam 101 for you guys. Evil, filthy murderers and killers. In other words, they stabbed him, butchered him while he was reading the Quran, supposedly. But Amr ibn Humaq al-Khuza'i, the third person, right? This guy even made it even more worse. Guys, I hope you are listening still and you're still focused. Amr ibn Humaq al-Khuza'i made it even more worse. They are still butchering the guy, the poor guy. They're still piercing his body with all kind of weapons. He jumped up and said to Uthman, I'm going to stab you 9 times. I am going to stab you 9 times. What? This guy said, I'm going to stab you 9 times. 3 steps for the sake of Allah, and 6 stabs which I kept for myself as anger for Uthman. That's what he said. Right? Let me put it in a live chat. That's what he said. 3 steps for the sake of Allah, and 6 steps which I kept for myself to ease my anger. That's what Amr ibn Humaq al-Khuza'i did and said to Uthman. I.e. again, 6 stabs that I kept in my chest for myself and my anger for my need of revenge on Uthman for ordering in secret to kill Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Any Muslim who will say takbir, any Sunni Muslim who will say takbir after this, Allahu Akbar, while Uthman is being butchered like an animal. Guys, the guy is stabbing Uthman to death, killing him, and he says 6 steps to ease my anger, and the 3 other steps are for the sake of Allah. And they still say, may Allah be pleased with these evil murderers and killers, the Sahaba. Guys, are you enjoying this historical event? Guys, I told you, I promised you that I'm going to take you on a journey today. And this is the first time, guys, that I did such basically a live documentary, a live stream about the early beginnings of the Sahaba, the early beginnings of the evil, disgusting cult of Satan, which is Islam. Again, Amr ibn Humaq al-Khuza'i said 3 steps for Allah and 6 what he kept for himself to ease the anger for Uthman. This story again we can find in Tarikh al-Tabari, Tabaqat al-Kubra of Ibn Sa'ad, volume 3, page 73, and Tarikh Dimashq of Ibn Asakir, volume 39, page 409. That's the reference, guys. Those are the references of this story. I did not invent this story. I only am reading to you what I found in the Islamic books. Again, the reference, let me copy and paste them again for you. Maybe you're interested. If you want to rewatch today's live show and take notes, the story you can find in these books. Guys, maybe you're hearing still my son in the background. My wife is trying to put him asleep. So please bear with me, okay? From the background noise, okay? Sorry for that. I'm a family man. What can we do? This is a live stream. Things can happen. Deal with it, bro. Rob, do something about the background noise, bro. No, sorry, guys. Can't help it. I'm streaming from home, so it is what it is. All right, let me continue. There is more, guys. There is more. In Tarikh al-Tabari, in page 438, we can find even more details about the burial. Who? About the burial. So after the death of Uthman, how he was buried. In Tarikh al-Tabari, page 438, we can find details about the burial of Uthman after his killing, after his assassination, right, guys? After they killed Uthman and you see the blood stains. Now you understand why I put these blood stains on the thumbnail of today's live show. So let me talk about how they buried Uthman ibn Affan. And this is really disturbing. Imagine, guys, the killing, the butchering of Uthman, maybe it's not disturbing for the Muslims of today. They'll even call it a paradise event on earth. But we know these are nothing but filthy killers and murderers. These are the first generations of Islam, guys. The Muslims, right? They butchered him, and let me tell you how they buried him, how they buried Uthman ibn Affan. Radiyallahu anhu. This evil son of Satan, in the end, they're all evil sons of Satan. All of them, one by one. But Uthman ibn Affan, how they buried him. Guys, for 3 days, we find in Tariq al-Tabari on page 438, for 3 days, Uthman's body lay on the floor of his house. What? For 3 days, after being butchered, after getting stabbed to death by multiple people, for 3 days, Uthman's body lay on the floor of his house. Imagine, they didn't even want to bury him. Guys, according to Islam, according to the Sunnah al-Rasul, according to the Sunnah, the teaching of Muhammad, the tradition of Muhammad, you must bury someone immediately within a day, right? But Uthman lay there dead in his own house for 3 long days. They didn't even want to bury him. Guys, I told you, many Muslims might get triggered and start to troll the live chat because they are triggered, they are hurt to see how, finally understand how their beloved third caliph came to his end and what kind of evil plan he cooked that led the Muslims to kill him, right? To stab him to death. So let us tell you what happens next. So Uthman lays on the floor for 3 days and no one wants to bury him, not even Ali and so on. But anyway, later they wanted to bury him. After 3 days, they took his body and buried him in the dark, in the dark of the night. And the story goes like this. Uthman's body was buried between the Jews. What? This is a huge, disturbing insult for the Muslims to be buried like that, right? People hated Uthman so much. It's not enough to butcher him. They even hated the poor dead man so much that they even buried him among Jews. Do you know what kind of insult that must be for a dead guy to be buried like that? Because remember, Jews are najis, right, guys? Jews are najis. Jews are filthy. Jews are disgusting, right? That's what the Quran says about the Jews and the Christians. So imagine a very important person like Uthman to be buried among Jews on a Jewish cemetery, a Jewish graveyard. Look at the hate of the first Muslim generation for each other. How much hate there was for poor dead Uthman. I'm starting to really get embarrassed for this poor butchered man, to be honest with you. How they killed him and, insulted him left and right. Oof, oof, oof. So the story continues. The Jewish graveyard, we even know the name, guys. The Jewish graveyard is called Hashu Kaukab or Hushi Kaukab. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, to be honest with you, because sometimes they pronounce it like this, sometimes they, Islam is a messed up thing, but what can we do? So we know what the place is called. And when the Muslims heard about the burial of Uthman, they came to they picked up stones and started to throw stones at the dead body of Uthman. Imagine, Uthman is about to be buried among Jews on a Jewish graveyard. They picked up stones the people still having hate in their hearts, they picked up stones and started to throw stones at the dead body of Uthman. Charming, right, guys? These are the evil sons of Satan, who they call the Sahaba and the Tabi'een, the first generation of Muslims. Radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with them. May Allah be pleased with these evil people who don't even have mercy on the dead body of Uthman ibn Affan. Stoning the body of the dead body of Uthman, guys. It was not even enough for him to be killed, as I said, at the hands of Muslims. The hatred still remained in their hearts for Uthman even after his death, that they felt the need to pick up stones and hurl the stones at the dead body of Uthman ibn Affan. But it was Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin of Muhammad, Ali, who commanded people to stop the people to throw stones at the dead body of Uthman. Later, Uthman's body, as I mentioned, was buried in Hushwi Kawkab, or Hawshu Kawkab. The Muslims refused, as I said, to bury Uthman between other Muslims. The Muslims who have hatred for Uthman, they refused to bury Uthman among other dead Muslims in a Muslim graveyard. Imagine how disgraceful that is for a Muslim, guys, to be not buried among your brothers and sisters. A Muslim caliph, imagine a Muslim caliph, a Muslim ruler like Uthman, buried among Jews. How disgraceful that must be for a Muslim. And we're talking about one of the 4 rightly guided caliphs, right, guys? One of the 4 rightly guided caliphs, like Abu Bakr, like Umar, and like Ali. This is really disgraceful, right, guys? He's the ruler of the Ummah. Imagine how they treated his dead body. Such unbelievable hatred from the Muslims, the first generation of Muslims, who Muhammad said, these are the best Muslims that are ever walked the face of earth. To bury Uthman among the dead enemies of Islam, who are the Jews, the enemies of Muhammad, all right? And the Muslims, guys, while Uthman's body is taken to be buried among the Jews, you know what they used to say? Na'thal, stupid, foolish sheikh, stupid, foolish sheikh. Ya na'thal. We talked about this before, right, guys? Ya na'thal, stupid, foolish old man. Stupid, foolish old man. Guys, when you say a sheikh, it's not always an imam. Even old people in the Arabic are called sheikh. An old man is called sheikh. All right. So ya na'thal, ya Uthman, ya na'thal. You stupid old man, you stupid old man. Ya Muslimin, is this the way to treat the dead body of a caliph, especially a rightly guided caliph like Uthman ibn Affan? It's not enough to butcher him. You even need to insult his dead body. And you call these people the best Muslims out there that walked the face of this earth? Radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with the murderers, the killers who you call the Sahaba. Oh man, this is really sad. I really feel embarrassed for the Muslims, man. Imagine Muslims didn't want Uthman to be buried between other Muslims, but even kept insulting his dead body and throw stones at his dead body. Ya na'thal. Picking up stones and throwing it at the body of Uthman. If we go to Tarikh al-Tabari again, guys. Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari. Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, page 477. Let me give you the reference. Tarikh al-Tabari, the history of al-Tabari, volume 3, page 477, in the Arabic reference, we can find a story about Aisha. And this is really disturbing. Guys, look how evil Aisha was. Guys, any Sahabi, any al-Mu'minin, they were all evil. All of them were evil. All of them. Let me tell you what this page 477 says. When Aisha came to know about the killing of Uthman and the burial of Uthman, she said, Aisha said, again Aisha, al-Mu'mineen, the mother of the believers, the beloved baby bride of Muhammad, she said, let me copy and paste what she said. Aisha said, I will never allow Ali to become the next caliph. She made a promise. Aisha, will never allow Ali to become the next caliph after Uthman. But we know Ali became the fourth caliph, right guys? The fourth caliph was Ali. Here's the Arabic name of Ali. Ali. He became the fourth caliph. And I'm going to do a live show in the future, Lord willing, about Ali. I'm going to go through all of them. And I hope you're enjoying today's live show, guys. This is basically a small a life documentary about the early life of the Sahaba. In this case, today's topic is the assassination of Uthman ibn Affan. Now, Aisha was disturbed. Aisha was angry and she said, I will never allow Ali to become the next caliph. Why? Because she learned about how Uthman was killed, butchered, calling Uthman an innocent man. Look at this hypocrite Aisha. Calling Uthman an innocent man. And she asked for revenge. Aisha herself asked retaliation. And she said, I want retaliation for the spilled blood of Uthman. I want retaliation for the spilled blood of Uthman. So she blamed Ali for the killing of Uthman. She blamed who? She blamed Ali ibn Abi Talib for the killing of Uthman. But one of the Muslims, guys, this is really beautiful. One of the Muslims, guys, confronted her. One of the Muslims, with an S, Rob, you're finished, Rob. One of the Muslims, okay, confronted her and told her. And he even used her official real name. He said to her, Ibn Ummi Kilab. Ibn Ummi Kilab. What does that mean? He used her official name. Kilab means the daughter of the dogs. Sorry, guys. I didn't invent this. Oh, sorry. Let me correct myself. I'm mistaken. Sorry. Yeah, guys, I am paying attention to my son in the background. Sorry, guy, I'm making mistakes. He is the guy who confronted her is Ibn Ummi Kilab, okay? Not Aisha, sorry. He woke up again. My son woke up, so sorry for that. The one who confronted Aisha is rebuking Aisha, and he's called Ibn Ummi Kilab. He or she, I'm not sure if it's a man, I think Ibn Ummi Kilab. Anyway, whatever, it's a man or a woman. He rebuked Aisha and said, Oh Aisha, but why? Wallahi, you are one of the first who asked for the killing of Uthman. So basically he's saying to Aisha, sorry guys, I need to focus myself to not make mistakes. So thanks to the Lord for allowing me to correct myself before Muslims call me a liar. Oh Aisha, the guy said, or the woman said, Oh Aisha, but why? Wallahi, you were one of the first Muslims who asked Uthman to be killed. You asked for his death. So why are you not asking for revenge, for retaliation, for the spilled blood of Uthman? You hypocrite. So he basically called Aisha. He said to her, basically, you are a hypocrite, Aisha. Yeah, Aisha, right? You are a hypocrite. First you want his blood. First you ask people to kill him. And now you ask for retaliation for his spilled blood. Why? Why are you being hypocrite, O Aisha? You said, اقتلوا نعثلا فكفر. This is the transliteration, guys, how you pronounce the Arabic. اقتلوا نعثلا فكفر. Na'thal, guys, remember, they used to call Uthman ibn Affan Na'thal, the old sheikh, the old foolish sheikh, right? Yeah, he pulled out the red card. You Aisha, you are a hypocrite. You used to command people, go kill Na'thal, go kill Uthman, the foolish old man, because he became a disbeliever. Kafar, he became a disbeliever. Uqtulu in the Arabic means go kill Uthman. Go kill Na'thal because he became a disbeliever. Imagine, she wanted his blood and she even called Uthman a disbeliever. Uqtulu Na'thalan fakafar in the Arabic. That's what we say in Arabic. Uqtulu Na'thalan fakafar. Kill Uthman because he became a disbeliever. That's what Aisha said, guys. So the man or the woman who came to see Aisha rebuked her and showed her hypocrisy. Meaning, you Aisha said, kill Uthman because he disbelieved. That's what Aisha said. You said, kill Uthman because he disbelieved. He disbelieved. Right, guys? And I gave you the reference. Tarikh al-Tabari, volume 3, page 447. Sorry, 477. 477. Tarikh al-Tabari, this is the reference, volume 3, page 477. All right? So Aisha, being a hypocrite, first asking for the murder, for the killing of Uthman, go kill Uthman. Later, she is blaming Ali and she wants retaliation for the killing of Uthman. All right, guys? Hypocrite. Aisha was a hypocrite. Aisha is now going to defend herself and lie. Aisha responded. She responded, they said and I said, but the last choice is better than the first one. And she starts to laugh. Imagine, guys, she's lying from the back of her teeth. I would laugh too, like Aisha. They said, and I said, but the last choice is better. So meaning, she said, yes, you're right. You're right. I said it. I wanted Uthman to be killed. And I called him a disbeliever. And I insulted him, calling him Na'thal. But I changed my mind. And now I want retaliation for the killing of Uthman. What an hypocrite Aisha was, right, guys? Remember the Quran said, the evil women are for the evil man. Now I'm using the Quran against itself. So since Aisha is an evil woman, since Aisha is a hypocrite, and if you are a hypocrite in Islam, you are a disbeliever, right? Aisha being a disbeliever, Aisha being a munafiq, a hypocrite, a munafiqah, meaning, according to the Quran, the logic of the Quran, Aisha, the evil Aisha, Muhammad deserved, because he's evil, he deserves an evil woman. There you go. And according to the Quran, now we can use it against Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, who is a hypocrite too, of course. Guys, I'm not the one saying it, the Quran is saying that. Guys, imagine, Aisha was a filthy, disgusting hypocrite. First, she wants Uthman to be killed and she insults him. And later, she asks for retaliation. I mean, come on, man. Make your mind. Guys, do you see how evil the first generation of Muslims are? This is the mother of the believers. Right? This is the mother of the believers, Aisha. She is the baby bride of Muhammad. So do you think Muhammad deserved, because he's an evil son of Satan, do you think he deserves such a woman? Of course. Right? And if you're a hypocrite, according to the Quran, you deserve someone evil, someone hypocrite. So Muhammad deserved, because he he is an evil son of Satan too. So Aisha admitted that she asked first for the killing of Uthman, but later changed her mind and she now wants retaliation for the spilled blood of Uthman. And this is, again, the mother of the believers, the beloved baby bride of Muhammad, who he split in half at the age of 9. So, yeah. Notice. Now, guys, before the Muslims start to get triggered, I want you to take a note. Notice, according both Sunni and Shia Muslims, they will say this hadith of Aisha, right, that we just mentioned for you, this hadith is da'if. Both Shia and both Sunni Muslims will say the hadith is da'if. The Sunni Muslims will say this hadith is da'if. And remember, da'if is accepted, but that doesn't, forget about it. The hypocrisy of the Muslims. Sunni Muslims will say this hadith is da'if because one of the people in the chain was a Shia. Again, Sunni Muslims, let me type it out. Sunni Muslims will say, we don't accept the hadith, it's da'if. Well, da'if hadith is accepted, but, the hypocrisy of the Muslims. Sunni Muslims will say this hadith is da'if because one of the people inside the chain who reports this hadith about Aisha was a Shia. He was a Shi'i. Shia, on the other hand, well, wait, before I go there, Sunni will say, this guy, Nasr bin Muzahim al-Attar, let me give you his name. It's very, very academic stuff, guys, I know, but, I'm showing you what I am finding, what the Muslims are saying. Nasr bin Muzahim al-Attar, guys, try to say that 10 times. Nasr ibn Muzahim al-Attar, he is inside the chain of narration for this story about Aisha being a hypocrite, being rebuked by another Muslim. They say, the Sunni Muslims say he's a Shi'i. He's a Shia Muslim. We don't accept him being inside the chain. Hence, the hadith is da'if. Hence, the hadith about Aisha is da'if. But what about the Shia? Why the Shia call it da'if hadith? Well, Shia in their Islamic sources, in the Shia Islamic sources, they say this is a da'if story because Umar ibn Sa'd, in our Shia references, Umar ibn Sa'd is inside the report, inside the chain. He's the one inside the chain. And he was one of the people who fought Al-Hussein, the son of Ali. So they reject him. They consider hadith to be da'if because he is an enemy. He fought Al-Hussein, who is the son of Ali. And remember, Shia follow Ahlul Bayt. They follow Ali. They wanted Ali to become the first caliph, not Abu Bakr. And they love Al-Hussein. They basically idealize, they worship Ahlul Bayt. That's the Shia for you. So both the Shia and both the Sunni consider this hadith about Aisha to be da'if. So according to the Shia, any hadith or story from Umar ibn Sa'd cannot be accepted and is immediately rejected. And it's immediately rejected. Did you catch the hypocrisy? Only because one of the people are Shia, according to the Sunni, in their Sunni reference. He is Shia, they rejected, meaning Nasr ibn Muzahim al-Attar. Nasr ibn Muzahim al-Attar is a Shia, we don't accept him. And the Shia say, we don't accept our reference, it's da'if, because Umar ibn Sa'd, who is inside our chain, he fought Al-Hussein, hence we grade the hadith as da'if. Did you catch their hypocrisy, guys? Just imagine, this is the hypocrisy and hate of Muslims for each other. Sunni Muslims call the report da'if because one of the reporters is Shi'i. He is a Shia. The Shia call this report da'if because one of the reporters, one of the people who is in the chain, he fought Al-Hussein, the son of Ali. That's what is going on. That's what is going on in the Islamic sources. So, did Aisha say, اقتلوا نعثلا فكفر? Meaning, kill Uthman because he became a disbeliever? Well, people who are listening, you can be the judge of that. You can be the judge of the hypocrisy among Shia Muslims and Sunni Muslims. Only because of the hypocrisy among Muslims, this report is made daif. Right? Alan Anderson, go wash your mouth, man. Alan Anderson, go wash your mouth. We don't want trolls here. All right, let me continue, guys. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the live stream. And I know this is very new stuff for many people. Even Muslims, guys, don't know about this. Now, I want to read what is mentioned in Tarikh al-Madinah. Let me give you the reference, guys. Let me give you the complete reference of what I'm going to mention to you, what I'm about to talk about to you. In Tarikh al-Madinah, volume 4, page 1300, Tarikh al-Madinah, in the history of al-Madinah, the city al-Madinah, volume 4, page 1300, by Ibn Sabah al-Numayri, who? Ibn Sabah al-Numayri. In his book, in volume 4, page 1300, we can find the following. Regarding the killing of Uthman, guys, we find a story about the wife of Uthman. Remember, Uthman, while being butchered, his wife was one of the eyewitnesses. She tried to protect her husband from getting butchered while reading supposedly the Quran. Her name was the wife of Uthman, who was an eyewitness of the butchering of Uthman, the killing of Uthman. Her name was Nayla bint Farafisha. Nayla bint Farafisa. Again, Nayla bint Farafisa. That was the name of the wife of Uthman at that time, who was there to witness the butchering, the killing of her husband, the Caliph, the Amir al-Mu'mineen Uthman. The Caliph of the Ummah, right? So she was with Uthman. She was an eyewitness. Also, she suffered harshly and she became injured by the killers of Uthman who entered his house to kill him. When people, guys, please focus and take notes. When people, angry people came inside to kill Uthman, as we mentioned before, according to what we know in this book, she was a Nasraniya, right? She was a Nasrani. Guys, don't confuse Nasara with us Christians. She was a Nasrani, like Khadija, like Waraq ibn Nawfal, right? Nasrani. And who converted her to Islam? Aisha, the daughter of Abu Bakr. So Aisha, because of Aisha, the daughter of Abu Bakr, the beloved bride of Muhammad, Nayla bint Farafisa became a Muslimah, and she even became the wife of Uthman. Now, when one of the men entered upon Uthman to butcher him, to kill him with a sword, the wife of Uthman prevented or tried to prevent the killing of her husband. But one of the men cut two fingers. He cut two of her fingers off with the swing of his sword. So the wife of Uthman, not only Uthman, but the wife of Uthman lost two fingers while trying to prevent the killers killing her husband, the Caliph Uthman himself. Guys, she lost two fingers in the incident because a Muslim who came to kill Uthman ibn Affan, he swung his sword and she lost two fingers from her hand. That's what the story is reporting. When the men killed Uthman and went outside, so after the killing of Uthman, guys, and you see the bloodstains here, the killers, they went outside the house of Uthman after killing him. They started to say loud and celebrate with reciting the following words. Takbir, meaning they started to celebrate the killing of Uthman ibn Affan. Imagine, they just killed the ruler of the Ummah, the third Caliph of the Ummah, and they went outside after killing him, butchering him. They started to say, Takbir, Allahu Akbar, Takbir, Allahu Akbar. Celebrating how they just killed Uthman. And these are Muslims, man. These are Muslims who killed him. Wow. My friends, my audience, now that you heard what happened, the story, the killing, the people involved, the assassination of Uthman, Muslim scholars want to picture this hateful, disgusting, horrendous incident, historical incident in the early Islam. They wanted to paint it to make it look like as if it's a paradise story on earth. Yet, these are the filthy Muslim, early Muslims, the first generation of Muslims who were nothing but murderers, killers, and hateful people. Yet they say, radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with these Sahaba. May Allah be pleased with Aisha for being a hypocrite. May Allah be pleased with the killers. May Allah be pleased with Uthman who cooked up his evil plan to assassinate Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Yet they say, may Allah be pleased with them. Do you see, guys, did you notice during today's live show how much hate there was among the early Muslims, the first generation of Muslims in the early years of Islam? Uthman's death, guys, again, Uthman's death created deep, deep wounds, deep fissures and hatred within the Islamic society and pushed it to its first civil war, the Fitnah basically, which is called the first Fitnah. That's in the year 656 to 661. The first Fitnah in the year 656 to 661 CE. So the first steps to Fitnah was the killing, the assassination of Uthman, guys. All right? Do you see now how much hate there was in the hearts of the early Muslims? Not only killing Uthman, not only killing him, but even hurling stones at his death body and burying him among the enemies of Islam, the Jews. How disgraceful that must have been for the followers of Uthman who loved Uthman and so on. What a disgraceful act that must have been. Throwing stones at a man's butchered body, and if that's not enough, burying him among the Jews. While Muhammad, the most obvious fake prophet in history, called these early Sahaba the best generation and the best people. And by this, guys, we conclude our today's live show. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's basically documentary, this journey that you took with me to learn about the assassination, the killing of the third caliph of the Ummah, Uthman radiyallahu anhu. Radiyallahu anhu. Why Muslim scholars don't talk about this? Why don't they show you the true hypocrite face of the first Muslim generation? Why? Why they paint it as if it was something beautiful? What a disgrace, right? Imagine, guys, if these were the first generation of Christians killing each other left and right. What would the Muslims have said to us? Huh? Matthew maybe trying to kill or killing, God forbid, Matthew himself, one of the apostles, killing, let's say, Peter, Simon Peter. What would the Muslims would have said to us? These are the Sahaba, these are the first companions of Muhammad. Killing the Uthman. Radiyallahu anhum. May Allah be pleased with these killers and murderers. You see the hypocrisy, guys, of these Muslims of today? Guys, is there maybe a question? Do you have any questions? And as you notice, guys, this is the first time that I've done such a live show. This is the very first time in 15 years. And last time I promised you to bring you this story, to talk about this story, go in very academic details about the assassination of Uthman and how the first fitna basically came into the early lives of the Sahaba. Do you have any questions? Maybe you want to share something with us. Was there, guys, I didn't pay much, sorry guys, today I didn't really pay much attention to the live chat because I needed to be focused and not make mistakes, because you know how Muslims are. So now and then, as you noticed, I corrected myself when I made a small mistake. Thanks to the Lord, I corrected myself regarding names and so on, you know. Some names are really difficult, even for Arabic speakers to pronounce. But yeah, thanks to the Lord, I am really happy and pleased with today's live show. I try to keep it short, but you know, when I say short, it becomes really long. Sorry for that. I really tried my best, but no, it's a live stream. You heard my baby in the background crying. It is what it is. But I hope you benefited from this. You learned something new. And I don't think many people have talked about this before. And while having COVID, guys, I still have COVID. Yesterday, for the people who joined much late, yesterday I took a test for COVID. And it came out positive. So I have COVID. My family has COVID. My wife has COVID. So pray for us. Keep us in your prayers, guys, for our speedy recovery. I need your prayers, guys. But I was really bored. I'm in a lockdown. Even while being sick, I'm really sick, guys. I'm coughing all the time. I'm drinking tons of water and so on. My wife brought me a cup of tea, you know, to ease the pain in my throat. But maybe you're noticing I'm not myself. You are not hearing my normal voice. My throat hurts, but it is what it is. And but thanks to the Lord, we succeeded. And I want to thank the admins. Keep our admins also in your praise, guys. I want to ask the admins to provide the timestamps. Try to, you know, maybe you can do part 1, part 2. You know, try to make clear chapters for today's live show, guys. For the people who missed the beginning of the live show, or maybe they missed the entire live show, maybe because of their work, or maybe the timetable in their place or country. But I think you really need to watch this live show, guys, if you missed a lot of it, because we brought a lot of details that you really need to watch. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of aspirins, Adrian Jaco. It helps to ease the pain. Thanks to the Lord, I didn't suffer from fever yet, so I hope I will not have fever. But my throat is itching. I'm coughing. So yeah, my nose, yeah. I have also pain in my muscles, but still we are managing to do this, guys. Thank you, people. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you so much. No, I did not take black seeds. I'm not a Muslim. But I took some honey. I'm drinking a lot of beverages, drinks, and so on, tea, honey, etc., etc., ibuprofen, and so on, vitamins, vitamin D, C, and so on. No, I did not eat 7 ajwa today. Any questions regarding today's live show, guys? Is there any question? Do we have any Muslim, maybe? Maybe I can take a call from a Muslim. Guys, I don't want to take calls from Christians today, sorry, because I really want to wrap this up very, very soon. But let's see if we had a call. Let's see if we had any calls. No calls? Wow, that's new. No calls from Muslims? Wow. I wonder why. Yeah, I didn't receive any calls from any Muslim. Is there any Muslim who wants to call us, guys? Guys, sorry, admin, sorry, I really didn't pay attention much. If there was a Muslim during the live show, I would have not accepted his call today because today's live show was a different story. And I told you in the beginning, will open Skype after the live show. And my Skype is open. So if there's a Muslim, I'm not sure if there's a Muslim who wants to call. No Muslim? Even with a COVID, you can't stop lying. Justin, can you tell me where I lied? Justin, call, Justin. If you are more man than your hypocrite mother, Aisha, call me. If you are more man than your mother, Aisha, al-Mu'mineen, call me. You're lying. RC, it doesn't say that, RC. Even during COVID, you still lie, RC. Well, where did I lie? I'm reading your Islamic sources. That means your Islamic sources are lying. All right, guys? Everything that I quoted today, everything that I was reading for you today was from the Islamic sources. Kevin Stone says, Rob Christian, is this the same Uthman ibn Affan that clean copied the Quran and he got buried in Egypt? Yes, this is the same Uthman ibn Affan. When we talk about Uthman, it's obviously the third caliph, right? The third caliph of the Rashidun Caliphate, the four rightly guided caliph, the third caliph to be specific. So yes, Muslims killed him, not Christians, not Jews. This is the same Muslims who were hurling stones at his dead body, butchering him, and so on. Phil210 says, how is it lying? So basically, how is RC lying when we just read your Islamic books, Ya Abdul? Exactly. You go read Tarikh al-Tabari, you go read Tarikh ibn Asakir, you go read Tarikh ibn Sa'd, and you'll find the information that I shared with everybody during today's live show. So if I am lying, that means your Islamic books are lying. This is your history. I have nothing to do with it. I believe, and I think, and I have to conclude after reading your Islamic books, that the early Sahaba were nothing but evil sons of Satan. All of them. My son woke up again. Guys, let us wrap this up since we don't have any calls. I hope you enjoyed today's live show, guys. Sorry, guys, just a second. Someone sent me a message. I'm actually on your live. Mensa sent me a message on Skype. Let me read what he says. I'm an apostate, so he left Islam. Okay, I'm an apostate. I wrote you about Sahih Muslim, hadith number 1707a. It's about add more wine. You have mentioned. It's not really about that. Please read it. Thanks a lot for your work, Rob Christian. It's about adding prayers, actually. That has nothing to do with my today's live show, my friend. I was reading from a totally different book, and I was reading about someone else. You think you didn't pay attention? Let's see where did I put it? When I talked about shall I pour you more wine, it was about Al-Walid, and Al-Walid was the governor. I think you really need to rewatch today's live show. He was the governor of, let's see. It was about Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt. Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt. And I found this information in the book of Jalaluddin al-Suyuti in Tarikh al-Khulafa, page 125. You are giving me a totally different story, totally different reference. Shall I pour you more wine? The guy is a governor and he's leading the prayer, and he says to his Muslim companions, shall I pour you more wine? Azidukum? Shall I pour you more wine? Imagine, guys. And the one who placed him as a governor was Uthman himself, right? Uthman placed this guy, his family member, as governor of Kufa, basically nowadays Iraq. He's a brother of Uthman from his mother's side. All right? Oh, is that so? Let's see. Oh, just a second. Let me look it up. I thought that maybe you're talking about something else. Just a second. Let me read the hadith that you sent me. Guys, bear with me, please. Audience. Ah, okay. I didn't know it was in sunnah.com or let's say in Sahih Muslim. Turns out to be that that it's mentioned. Look, had punishment for drinking alcohol. Okay. Oh, thank you for this. Let's see what it says. Hudayn bin al-Mundhir, Abu Sasan reported, I saw that Walid, the same Walid, was brought to Uthman ibn Affan. His brother, Walid, was brought to Uthman ibn Affan as he had prayed 2 rak'ahs of the dawn prayer, and he said, I make an increase for you? Meaning, shall I pour you more wine? Shall I pour you more wine? So the same story also mentioned in Sahih Muslim. Sahih Muslim, hadith number 1707a. Thank you very much. And the 2 men bore witness against him. Against who? Walid. Who? What is his full name again? Walid ibn Uqba Abi Mu'ayt. All right. One of them was Humran, who said that he had drunk wine. There you go. Did we lie? Rob, it doesn't say that, Rob. So you see, guys, everything that we mentioned to you are from the Muslim sources. A very good catch. Again, the ex-Muslim who sent me this message on Skype, who gave me the reference, his name is Mensa, and he is an apostate. He says, I am an apostate. So you left Islam. That's beautiful, my friend. I'm happy for you that you can use your brains and that you decided to leave Islam. Are you a Christian, Mensa? No? Did you said you left Islam? Did you accept Christ in your life? Did you become a Christian, my friend? No? Okay, not yet. Okay, Rome was not built in one day. Take your time, my friend. I really advise you to read the Bible. Since you left Islam and you concluded that Islam is false, it's a fabrication, and Muhammad is nothing but a fake prophet, a fraud, it doesn't automatically mean that Christianity is false, right? He says, I'm an agnostic. Okay, keep reading, my friend. Read the Injil, read the Gospels, read Matthew, read John, read Luke, and so on. And I'm sure if you are truthful to yourself, one day you'll become a Christian. If you are a seeker of truth, my friend, if you are a seeker of truth. Don't close the door to the real God. Don't close it. Keep reading the Holy Bible, my friend, if you care about the truth. And I want to ask our audience to pray for such people who left Islam. Pray for Mensa and others like Mensa to find the real truth in Christ. We will pray for you, my friend. Thank you for your message. Thank you. We are happy for you that you left Islam. Justin is still crying in my live chat. He says, Rob Christian still is confuses. This guy just confuses and lies. How am I lying? It's even in Sahih Muslim. It's even in Sahih Muslim that the governor of Kufa, Walid, was drinking wine. Is it me that's saying it, or is this what the Islamic sources are saying? Huh? Anyway, it is what it is. Guys, let me wrap today's live show up. I think we had a lot of fun today. I hope you benefited today's live show from today's live show. And maybe, Lord willing, maybe we can do more kind of such live shows, such journeys through the early stages of Islam. What happened during the Sahaba? What happened after the death of Muhammad? How did Islam, what happened with Islam after the death of Muhammad? How the fitnah start? How the Muslims killed each other left and right in battles like Al-Jamal. Remember the Battle of Al-Jamal, guys? When the Muslims went, the followers of Aisha, they went and they picked up the crab, sorry to say, the poop of the camel of Aisha, and they smelled it and said, this is like the smell of heaven, brother. So Ali and Aisha fighting each other, and the Battle of Siffin. In these two battles, guys, alone, again, listen carefully, in these two battles alone, 100,000 of Muslims died. Sahaba and the successors of the Sahaba killing each other left and right. Imagine. Muslims, the early generation of Muslims, the first generation of Muslims killing each other left and right. The Battle of the Camel, in Arabic we call it a Jamal, and the Battle of Siffin. 100,000 early Muslims died. So maybe we can bring this up. We can then talk about Ali, how they murdered Ali, how they murdered Omar, and so on and so on. Very interesting stuff, right, guys? Very, very interesting stuff to know what happened in the early stages of Islam. I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope you can download our videos, share them all over social media at least. Allow people to learn about Islam, guys, and how evil the Sahaba, not only Muhammad, guys, not only Aisha, all of the Sahaba were evil sons of Satan, murderers and killers. Thank you for being here. Keep us in your prayers, guys, for my speedy recovery, to recover from COVID. Keep our admins in your prayers. Keep my family, my wife, my baby boy in your prayers, guys. So all of us will recover very soon, and we come back even harder and stronger than before. Thank you for being here. Again, every knee will bow. Every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord. Muslims, today we learned how evil the Sahaba were, how they hated each other, killed each other. We are only doing this, Ya Muslimin, out of love, to show you what the true face of Islam is, not the stories that you have been told by your lying and deceptive imam, the lying imams that you call imams. Right? Please wake up. Thank you for being here, guys. Go with the peace of Christ. May our Lord and Savior, our living God, Jesus Christ, bless you, keep you safe, and Lord willing, Deus vult, we will see each other very, very soon again. God bless you. See you. Bye-bye. Backup channel, please subscribe. Did you subscribe, guys?